everybody, welcome back to the channel, live on Twitch and YouTube. How are we all doing, guys? Hope you are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about the new roadmap for Gold Mining Simulator, all the new updates that are coming. So let's get the other guys in. That will be Russia and River Group. Good afternoon, Russia.
Ah, thank you. Good afternoon, guys.
Hybrid will join when he's ready. So yes, we are now live on YouTube as well. I finally got multi-streaming working.
The first dual stream, alright.
Yep. Right, so let me just get the YouTube chat up as well. So we've got YouTube and the Twitch chat going. Right, so as I said, we're talking about the roadmap which came out yesterday, I do believe, for the major updates that's going to come to Gold Mining Simulator. So what they're saying is, here is our roadmap for the coming months. So in April, we've had the rebranding already. Leaderboards and seasons for the consoles later this month, and the bug fixes on consoles later this month. Okay, you do consoles, Russia. What do you make of the of you getting leaderboards finally?
I mean, it's been something that we've been wanting for a long time. You know, just the ability to test our skills against our peers instead of constantly, you know, doing the same thing where we just clean out an entire claim, move to the next one, rinse and repeat. You know, now we can actually see where we stack up against the PC players as well as other console players.
Yeah. When I looked in the Discord when this came out, and you got the update on Tuesday, weren't it, for the consoles? I do believe it came out Tuesday.
I know PlayStation got them. Xbox, we're still waiting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because a lot of the PlayStation people are moaning that they've got purple background and everything on their games.
yeah, they got the purple skies on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from what I saw on that, it had something to do with
Sony.
Sony being the issue.
Yeah. Okay. So and then there's the bug fixes that they're saying about that's going to come out for the consoles. Do you think with the bug fixes for your consoles, you know, PS5 and Xbox S or whatever it is now, do you think they should get to work on them straight away. Should they be concentrating on the bug fixes? Like, yep, okay, we can see the problem with the with the consoles. You've got the purple sky and everything. Do you think they should be go on?
I mean, I think that, yeah, they should be a priority, especially if they're planning on releasing the DLC for everybody at the same time. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to release DLC going forward if, you know, consoles are still behind and we're just in that loop of playing catch up with console. However, I know that they did state that the game that they released, Gold Mining Simulator, was for the last generation consoles. So you're talking like
PS4,
Xbox One, and
PS4, yeah.
So I know that they are going to make an effort to update that. I know they were talking about buying a PlayStation 5 just specifically so that way they can troubleshoot the problems.
Yeah, test it out their side, or what they could do is get a few of the PS5 players and say, right, well, what we'll do, we'll give you a free key. Can you beta test it for us, and then say to us, right, okay, so there's a bug here, there's a bug there. Would that be a better way for the devs to go instead of testing it in-house?
Well, like doing a closed beta with a very small test group.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work because I know that certain developers get like a developer kit specifically for the console that they're working on. And I think that they would benefit having that themselves because then they can go and instantly make a change to the code to see if that, you know, fixes the problem versus getting a bunch of reports and then just playing with code in the hopes that they get it right.
Yeah. Okay, so after the April one, we've got DLC 2 coming out, which is the mini mining machines on all platforms. So that's going to be, we will introduce new machines that will enrich your experience in the world of gold mining. Get ready for new opportunities to discover. You said on the last live we done when they done the rebrand that you said that they're going to bring out the mini machines.
Yeah, I still think it's a possibility. There's, like Kubos was saying in some of the general for Gold Mining Simulator, that they planned on releasing it kinda before the leaderboard is coming up, but also there was another guy that asked about if it was coming out for season 33 leaderboard, and we think that he meant 32 leaderboard.
Yeah, 32, not 33.
Again, yeah, exactly. And again, it was confirmed by Kubos that, yeah, it would be here for that, although it would not be implemented in the leaderboard itself.
No. And then we've got DLC 3 on all platforms, and they're giving no hint at all to that. What do you reckon that the DLC 3 could be?
I think, you know, based on the rumors I've heard, some people believe they're trusted sources, and that's all we can do right now is speculate.
Yeah.
I do believe that that's where we're going to see another area either added to the claims already or another claim coming out.
Well, if you look at like places like Old Arnold or like Pine Valley, where they hide the gold boxes, up that little ramp there, you know the ramps I mean.
Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of dumping ramp. You know,
yeah.
Pull up and dump into something.
Yeah. I'm thinking it could be there.
You know, and I think you might be onto something with that, because I was talking with Split in 2 Gaming yesterday on one of his streams, and he was talking about the stuff that's going to be released as the DLC was already in the game, ready to be released, and this is stuff that he was working on when he was testing for them.
Oh, right, okay.
And if you watch some of Split's older material, he did hint at those areas being useful in the future, and I think that we might have something there with that.
You know what? I would love to get Split in here as well.
Oh man, I mean, the stuff that he could say or at least vaguely talk about would be amazing.
I would love to get him on a live like it is now. Right. Let's go back to the consoles. As you were saying, console players have been waiting when it first came out on consoles. You just had the basic DLC. You had no seasons, no leaderboards, no nothing, and now sometime this month it could be the leaderboards 32.
Yeah.
Do you think it will be as competitive on the consoles as it is on the PC, or do you think the PC will still be as competitive as it has been since it's been on console? If you know what I'm on about.
I think, when it comes to the competitive nature, I think that the console players will hold their own as long as the bugs are fixed. I mean, right now I'm seeing stuff where the game crashes after 10 to 20 minutes, and if you're in the middle of it, you don't have it saved, you lose your progress, you're just constant loop of trying to catch up in the season. If those are hammered out by the time the season starts, I think that we'll do pretty good. It'll be very competitive, like the last season we saw, where there was more and more activity. I mean, some of the highest numbers we've ever seen in all of the leaderboards.
True.
And I think this would be a big one, since it's something new and different for console.
Do you think when 32 starts, that's on the 11th of April, because it's a new dev team, do you think it'll be a brand new start?
I think it will be a new start. I mean, if you go into the game, we did the driving around after the update, and if you noticed on the side of the shop, the banners that usually show the top 10 from the previous season weren't there.
Yeah.
And I think this will be their jumping on point, kind of like this is our, season 32, but it's kind of like the reset. So season 1.
So you'll think it'll be OA? You think it'll be on Arnold for the starting claim then?
I think so. I think it'd be fun to do that. I mean, and that's where most of the console players.
Good evening, Hybrid. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome, mate. Right. I'll ask you the same questions. This roadmap, all the updates. We've had the rebranding. Leaderboards and seasons on the consoles. You said your father does the Gone Simulator.
Yeah, he plays, but he got more and more annoyed the fact that he couldn't do gold nuggets. Right.
So is he excited now that it's going to be coming to the console version?
I don't know. I've got to be honest. I haven't spoken to him for about a week, so when I get around to actually talking to him again, I'll have a chat. But apparently, there's still like bugs and stuff on the console versions where you get into the excavator and the world turns purple.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So I think at the moment it's more just sort of like trying to figure out like the damage report and it all.
Yeah.
And just trying to get them to. I know they just need to fix the game really. That's pretty much it right now.
Yeah. Right. Right. And also the first half of the year, they're saying the DLC 2 is the mini mining machines, which Vasha said would happen. Do you think there'll be a little? Well, I've seen on the Discord people saying that these mini mining machines could be for the Hogpan area.
I honestly don't know. So I would assume that they would be able to be used everywhere. I mean, they're not just going to be stuck in the Hogpan. You should be able to just use them wherever you want. But I mean, this is just speculation. The problem with like speculation is no one knows until it comes out.
Mm.
The only people that would know are anybody that's done like any sort of beta testing. But
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's tested the stuff.
That's what I was asking Rasha. Should
I think the only people that would know is if you knew who had been testing these things, then they would know. But then the worst part is being under NDA. Like if you're a beta tester for anything in a game,
yeah,
you're signed into a contract of you're not allowed to speak about it. That was the same. Like I wasn't allowed to speak about like I only use Hydroneer as an example just because I'm always talking about Hydroneer like dealing with that game anyway.
yeah,
But every time I ever got pulled into a beta to actually like deal with it, you're not allowed to say a single word until like the developer says, "All right, now you can talk." Like to put it into perspective, I was under NDA for Hydroneer for 6.5 weeks.
wow,
Whilst we were testing the game and testing the new DLC that's just about to come out, like that comes out tomorrow.
oh right, yeah,
By law, order of the developer, I was just like, "Oh, cool." So now I can. He said, "Look, you can go off and make your videos now, but you're still not allowed to release them until this date." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we weren't allowed to release anything till the 2nd of April, but we'd been building up our like videos and stuff for about a week and a half before that.
yeah,
And then I'd been playing the game for the last 6 weeks.
yeah.
So anybody that's testing, even if you say, "Oi, I know you're a tester, can you tell me about it?" They're still not allowed to say a single word about
Exactly.
it until the developer says. So the only thing you can do is speculate and just say, "Well, okay, these mini mining machines might be used for this, or they might be used for that," or you can just, I don't know, race them around a dirt track. I don't know.
That'd be cool, actually.
Well, depending on how fast they are.
Yeah. Right, these bug fixes as well coming this month.
Yeah.
It's like I was telling Rasha just before you jumped in. Should the devs let people beta test the game or the console version before they say right, can you please check this bit of the game and this bit of the game and this bit of the game, and then get back to us if there's any bugs.
So the problem with like small group beta testing is that if you've only got, let's say, 10 people are only going to play on PlayStation for testing, those people might not be as thorough as like a 20-man beta test or a 30-man beta test. So the way that Max does Hydroneer is he pulls in a small group of people to start with. So there was normally sort of like 10 or 12 of us to like start beta testing. So we're the idiots that drive cars into walls and trees and basically see if the rest of the world is broken. And that's a good way to start the game.
Yeah.
As obviously you're going to progress through like that part of the game or go through everything else, you're trying to break the game continuously.
Yeah.
Now, the more as development goes down and you've pulled out a few more bugs and bits and pieces, Max opened up to like another 10 people and then another 10 people. So by the end of testing, we would have like 60 or 70 people physically testing the game. And then you're sitting there just going, all right, cool. So we've got enough data. We can. Then the developers like shoot off. They go and fix the game, and it's all good. The problem with doing multi-platform is that you've got to test 2 to 3 different versions of the game with like various different people, and then you've got to have people who are not just only going to play the game but actually test the game.
Yeah.
And even in other games that I've beta tested, you always have like a group of idiots who come in and go, yeah, I'll test the game, and then they just play it and they don't actually give a damn about the testing.
No.
So with Code Horizon basically opening it up to consoles and just giving them a version of the game that is technically broken, which it is. I mean, you can't deny that.
No, you can't in the middle.
The more people that download it and play it and go, oh, there's a bug, you've basically just hired like 300 freelance beta testers without paying for them.
Yeah.
So it's a good way of doing it. All you've got to do is just say, look, it's in beta phase. Please, if you do have any problems, please report them, and we'll fix them ASAP. And that's what I said in my video. I said I even brought this up. I actively said, if you wanted to help with this game at all, the Discord is open. You're allowed to go in there. You're allowed to go and talk to the people. You're allowed to go and report problems. And like they want more feedback so they can fix the game.
Yeah.
Because the more feedback they have, the more feedback they can work on. And that's how beta testing works.
And then this DLC 3, what can you see that being?
I don't know, a fantasy land of rainbows, unicorns, and leprechauns. Could be a secret cow level, like Diablo. I don't know. So I would expect, if I'm going to be honest, they add that back. They've got the new area out the back of the tool shed, like the machine shop.
Yeah.
They could fill that with a few extra bits and pieces. Maybe add some decoration and stuff that people really want. A couple of extra wash plants wouldn't go amiss. Just like a basic next tier progression system, or an alternate choice. Instead of having just the shaker deck, we have another version of a tier 3, so you can actually build a different platform. Or I don't know, a new plot of land wouldn't go amiss.
Well, that's what Russia was going on about. We could get a new map. We could. When you look at Old Arnold and all the maps, that little ramp where they hide the gold boxes.
Yep.
Behind there.
Well, no, you wouldn't. The thing is you wouldn't put a new plot of land next to an old plot of land. So if you take the whole map as a whole, you would look for a hole in the map itself. So if you look at like Nighthawk and Pine Valley, there's a quite a distance between both sections of the map.
Yeah.
And then if you look at it whole and then say, right, okay, so if we were going to put in a new map or a new and maybe a couple of new extra like mining points, where would be a good shoot off from the main road? So you look at the main road and you look at an area that hasn't got a lot of population. You don't put anything near water either. So you're looking for a piece of land that they can basically turn into a new plot. So you start using a logical approach to it. Is it going to be better than Nighthawk, or is it going to be sort of on par with Pine Creek? So you would look at different where they were going to put it is how good that land's going to be in like the progression of your game. So it would come down to you have to try and work it out from their perspective. Where would be a good place to put something that's going to give the natural progression of the game?
Yeah.
So you would never just add to something. You would never just add to Old Arnold or add to like Rivertown. You would make it somewhere else, but nearby, so it's not too far to go, or the moving costs don't affect you too much, or there is a clear path to wherever it's going to go.
Yeah. Was you surprised when they brought out this roadmap? We've been asking for a roadmap for a long time.
I wasn't surprised because they should have done it earlier. How I see it is that as soon as they started going, all right, we're going to be trying to put updates in, that's when the roadmap should have come out. Because then these people who criticised them for launching on April 1st, which was a fucking stupid marketing decision. You should have at least had that down as a roadmap and going, right, okay, so now it's actually going to happen and you're seeing it in front of you. Yes, okay, April 1st, probably not the best idea, but at least it would have been down on paper, and then it wouldn't have been able to be criticised.
Yeah.
So, yeah, roadmap should have been done earlier.
Yeah, it's like I've seen today in the Discord people going on about the a sequel. Let the devs get this game how the community wanted it in the first place.
So the whole thing with a sequel would be they need funding. And if Code Horizon, apart from the odd sale from Gold Rush every now and then, where else are they pulling money from? They're not, unless they've got other games that I don't know about.
They've got a game called Giant Machines.
How well does it sell?
I don't know.
There's the thing. So let's say Gold Rush is I'll pull up Steam, but because the best part about Steam is you can go in through SteamDB and then you can see how many people are actually playing their games. So Code Horizon, if I can spell it, it would be awesome. Right, Code Horizon have Gold Rush and Giant Machines, which came out in 2017, and it's £14.99. So I'm going to assume nobody plays that game.
Right. That's all I've heard is nothing good about it.
And Gold Mining Simulator, Gold Rush, your average player base is let's say 600-700 people a day.
Yeah.
How many of those people bought that game that day? Then you have to look out how many people actually bought the game over the last 7 years, and then how much money they have left after 7 years. And when most people nowadays are only buying that game when it goes on offer, so when it goes into season 32, they'll put an offer on it because they want a few more people to come in and play. You might sell, I don't know, 100 more copies, but each copy's only like £5 instead of like the full price.
$10. That's it.
Yeah,
So
because
their money's going to be on the verge of sort of like starting to run out now. So releasing a couple of DLCs, I don't see any of these packs being more than like £5 because look at the Frankenstein pack; it's only £4. And then if you've got, I don't know, let's say 250,000 people spending £4 on one DLC pack and then £4 on another one, they've just made a good chunk of money where they can put it into development for a new game. So you have to take all these into consideration. And this is why I made that video today. I got pissed off with reading all the negative shit that I read about like this game every time.
Yeah,
And it's just basically people who are uneducated on how things work.
that's why.
I'm a self-proclaimed idiot. I'm a moron when it comes to like knowing anything. I get things wrong all the time. But when it comes down to gaming development, you have to consider that games they're not just clicking the fingers and they're finished. They're like 4 years of hard work.
That's
like,
why.
In my video, my example was Hydroneer. That game's not a massive game by any chance. I mean, the coding of it is fairly simple on Max's part. It took him a year to rewrite it so 2.0 could come out. That was a whole year for a team of 3 people.
That's why I thought I'd do a live and get your reaction, mine, and Rash's, and also see what the mainly YouTube and what and Twitch say about it. But though you are right though. There's still so much negativity going on with these new devs. These new devs came in last year.
Yeah.
So they basically had half a year, let's say, to go through all the coding and how to make this game run better, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's like you said with Max and Hydroneer, right? It took him a year to get to 2.0, right? Like these, our gold mining community, I'll call it that. They want everything done right away.
Yeah, and you get this with people who don't. People call themselves gamers all the time. There's 2 types of gamer. There's the gamer that comes home from work every night, sits down and plays games for a couple of hours and then goes to bed. And then there's the people like me who have sat around for fucking 36 years playing video games. And you start, even if you're a dumbass, you learn that they're not just a snap of the fingers.
No.
Like, looking into like Hydroneer, that game was, when it first released, which was on 1.2, I think it took Max a year and a half, maybe 2 years to put the basic code together for that game. So between 1.2 or 1.7, all the renditions that I played through and tested with him and everything else, every time was like a new update and a new load of coding and a new load of this. That was 2 years. So he'd spent 4 years just getting the game up to a standard where it was sort of working properly.
Yeah.
And then he rebuilt the game again just so it could run better. And he's done it again for this new DLC. So it's not like it's not a snap of the fingers and it's done.
No.
It's hours and days and months and years of development. And even with today's run of like gaming developers like trying to do things quicker and putting crunch into it, it's still going to take a lot of time. And I think most people nowadays, I think people are just either too impatient or they're just too much of an arsehole to understand what goes on.
Well, let's take the biggest rivalry in the video game world, Nintendo and Sega, right?
Yep.
Right. Nintendo brought out the NES. Sega brought out Master System.
Yep.
Nintendo brought out the Super Nintendo. Sega brought out the Mega Drive, aka the Genesis in the States.
Yep.
Then Nintendo brought
they
out
brought the N64 out.
Yeah.
Sega brought out the Saturn, and then Sega brought out the Dreamcast.
And Sony brought out PS1.
Yeah, and then Nintendo just became a handheld console for a bit, and then they brought out the Wii U, or the Wii, sorry, and then that
without the
smashes.
GameCube.
Yeah, it smashes the crap out of a lot of things now. I mean, the Wii and the Wii U are some of the most successful gaming consoles ever made. But they're mainly marketed towards kids. Most of the people who think of the gaming rivalry, it's like Xbox versus PlayStation. But if you look at Nintendo, the Wii, their systems outsell everybody.
Well, if you go back to the Saturn, or the when they made that, all they mashed two engines together.
Yep.
And it ran, and they went, right, send it out. Even though they weren't expecting it to run, it ran. Oh,
yep.
Send it out. And you think in our day, right? I'm going back years now. My first console was the Master System. I was going to myself, what's this console? You know, how do I work it?
It's a funny shape.
Yeah, it's like, Mum, what have you brought me? It's like, it's called a games console. You know, and you're 10 years old going, how do I play it? You know, you'll think to yourself,
man, I wasn't 10 years old. That thing came out in 83. I think my first touch on it was 86.
Yeah, something like that, right?
I was too young for that.
Right, so you're looking at it going, okay, so I've got a controller, I've got a thing called a cartridge. Okay, how does it, you know?
Yeah, it was made in 85.
So, but now you've got the Switch, you've got every console going now, and I don't know. I don't want to sound rude to the kids in the world, but you think in our day we was lucky to go out to and buy a brand new game, like, let's say, Alex Kidd.
Well, at that, I'm gonna be brutally honest. Like, I wasn't old enough to really appreciate the Master System until I was 4. It came out in 85. I was born in 83. So, yeah, I had to wait a couple of years until I could actually hold a controller. But my dad, as soon as he played it for a bit and then basically handed it down, I got it after he went up to a Mega Drive. So that was the first console I properly owned because it was a hand-me-down. And even then, I'm like, I don't really need games because my dad's bought this massive stack of games.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorted for a bit.
Yeah.
And then when he upgraded to a PlayStation, we kept hold of his Mega Drive and everything. So we had them for a while, and then he took them all back later on, and then just kept them as his collection. So yeah, he's done well with his stuff. He's kept it on, and he's kept hold of it.
Yeah, it's like kids nowadays. They see something new come up for the Switch. Mum, Dad, I must have that. And it's like, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. It's just like me, right? Right. I was lucky to have a mum that if she could afford it, she'd get me a treat, you know. But then sometimes I'll say, Mum, can I get that? No, can't afford it.
Yeah.
But then
that was a lot of my childhood.
Oh yeah, mine as well. It's like, no, you can't have it. and now
I was one of 8 kids, so I heard that a lot.
Yeah, it's like, Rasha, put it back. But Mum!
It's only $50.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean it's like this year my kids are 8 and 6, and I'm at that point of if I want to get them a games console for their room, you know, because I sort of figured I was sort of like pushed. I wasn't say pushed into it. I got myself into it all when I was like 4 or 5. It's like, you know, oh, flashy lights on the screen, I'm all good. And I've sort of tried to hold back as much as I can now, and it's like I might have to get them a console. The thing is all their like some of their friends are like, oh yeah, they've all got a PlayStation 5. I'm like, what? How have they? They're 7 years old and you've given them a PlayStation 5. Oh yeah, they play Fortnite online. Do you realise how bad Fortnite is online for a 7-year-old? You probably don't. And
No, exactly.
So I've sat there and just went, I could probably get my kids an Xbox 360. That's a good fucking start. I mean, that had a lot of good games on it.
It did, yeah.
That might be their first console.
Yeah.
It's backwards compatible as well. It's great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So more games for a cheaper price, and it's all good. And CEX, I mean, because our local second-hand stores are CEX. They sell those games for £1.
Yeah.
So I'll be fine. And Boot Fairs is like unupdated with them, so I'll be fine.
Just going through the old Discord, another PC report. Save games missing after the update. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's quite a common one.
Yeah. All you do, you just go to where your saves are, and you just copy and paste them over to your new folder.
Yeah, but it's sort of like it's a bit strange that it's not matching the old file system. So.
Right. Going to your Steam library area where all your saves move it
Yeah.
from Gold Rush to the
Yeah.
new gold mining
Yeah.
simulator. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like earlier on, I wanted to do a bit of digging on Nighthawk. So I thought, hang on a minute, where's my saves gone? Right, Discord. Looked in the Discord. Somebody had posted up how to do it. Go to your app store and or your apps bit and your app data and everything else, and just copy and paste everything over. Reloaded it up. Worked first time. It's like, does it? Right, Rasha, let's ask you this. Right, does it wind you up that our community for this game are thinking that this new team is going to be like the old team?
I mean, I think it's all based on how you're raised more than anything. I mean, society right now, we're so conditioned to instant gratification. You know, we want to watch a TV show, it's on Netflix, it's on Hulu, it's on Disney Plus. If we want to get food, we can have it delivered. We don't have to go to the fast food anymore. Fast food comes to us. Right, exactly. Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever. It's that instant gratification, and I think that goes into what Hybrid was saying earlier about not understanding that good things take time. And
well, I mean, bad things take time as well, but like, generally, you still have to wait for stuff.
Exactly, you know, things just take time. And, you know, with this new team, I think a lot of people were burned by the old team. I mean, they had stuff ready and they just sat on it, never released it. They completed their original, I guess, roadmap or what they were told to owe to the players. And they're just like, we don't have to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
And just upkeep the game. So I think they're kind of leery about that. You know, we have this new team in. They're promising things. We heard it all before, you know, and I think people are just being overly cautious. At the same time, it's a small community. It's a passionate community. The meaning of fan is fanatic. You know, we want good things. We want the best for what we love.
Yeah.
And I think that some people are just overly passionate and holding the new team to a standard that I don't think is exactly fair.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that.
Yeah, so
that's why it's why I made my video today about it, because I don't like. I think a lot of people don't realise it's a new team, and I think they're just every time an announcement comes out, it's just more fuel for the fire of being annoyed at something that they can't control. And that's it. Gets me. It's just annoying that people don't even take the time to just read stuff and maybe say, maybe there's something going on. I should look into it as well. That Discord is open to everybody. You can jump into that Discord, talk to the developers, talk to anybody else that's in there, and the information is there in front of you. And if you can't be bothered to do that after, I don't know, 10 minutes,
No, exactly.
you're just going to go online and get more annoyed at things that just annoy you.
It's like earlier on I saw somebody put in there and FYI deleted it. It said frame rate's gone to shit again. It's like and then FYI said, oh, can you please not cuss about your frame rate? It's what Steam does.
Yeah.
You see, about the frame rate drops. If you're running what I'm doing at the minute, at 1060, you're going to get frame drops. We can't all go out and have the 600-700s.
That's not the problem. The problem with the frame drops is a memory leak within the game. It's never been fixed. So yeah. I mean, I sit here with a 2060 Super, and I can stream that game for 5-6 hours, and over that time you'll just watch the frame drop slowly but surely, and then all of a sudden it will click through and it won't go above 25, and then you save the game, load the game, oh, it's back to normal. There's literally a memory leak in the game that they just never patched. Yeah, that's the problem with it. It's nothing to do with which graphics card you're using. It's literally the game.
You try telling that to the people in the Discord, they'll tell you to.
Well, when it comes to FYI and other people, they know it exists. I had it on my stream. Even Split was in my chat talking to me like, yeah, it's a memory leak. It's literally a problem that's never been fixed in the game. But you'll get other people who are just, again, uneducated of how things are working, and they don't really look into things, and they jump to a conclusion and just blame it on everything else.
Yeah, because
Split was talking about it years ago in his content. You know, I mean, we're talking back before leaderboards were even a thing, and he was like, yeah, there's a memory leak, terrible frames. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, after what I tend to do is if I'm playing it for a long period of time, I'll literally after like 2 to 3 hours, if it's not really affecting me and I've only dropped like 10 FPS, I really don't care. But if it starts getting like laggy and horrible, I'll just save and reload and just carry on. I shouldn't have to, but unfortunately that's literally the fix. It's the old IT fix. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
It's like someone in the chat today was going on about the floor, you know, the floor going invisible. Someone told them it was either you or Rasha went in there and said to them, right, fast travel to the town. Oh, I haven't got the 20k yet to unlock fast travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think someone else said, save and reload. Oh, I'll try that.
Both of those, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the have you tried turning it off and on thing just works.
It does work.
It's just a really shitty thing to do every couple of hours. Oh, I've got to turn it off and turn it back on again. Bollocks to this.
It's like
But there is an answer at least, you know.
Yeah.
Don't play the fucking game.
Well, that's extreme there, Dan.
No. It's like I said in our last live that we've done Monday. We've got to give this team time. That's what this community doesn't understand. Brand new team. They've only had the game half a year, which is true.
I would say that they've probably had it for about a year, but they would have had to. I mean, you get pulled into your first day on the job. It's like, okay, cool. Here's the project. This is the game that we're all working on. You got to learn how it all works. Go through the code, see if we can sort a few things out, and we go from there. And I mean, for a dev team, it can take 6 months to run through it all. And then let's say they did. Let's say they took it on in January. 6 months later, then they're sitting there going, right, we can just about sort of get around to looking into things. And they would have started. Maybe they've got a couple of like packs from the old devs that they're going to have to like look into as well. So they've got to fix those as well. And they've got to try and fix this game. And then they've got to try and optimize it. And then they've got to try and figure out how it's all going to work. They probably knew their contract was going to be up, which means they're going to have to start stripping the game back for like the branding and changing the music. And then they're going to have to get somebody in to do the music for the game. Then they're going to have to design the new graphics for the bits they've got to replace. It takes time.
Well,
that's the big problem.
Well, there was a new update today, and they said that there's more rebranding been done.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Basically,
I think they're finding things.
Yeah, they're just finding things in the game and like, okay, we've got to take this out and we've got to replace it with this. So I reckon for the next, I reckon even through leaderboard, for the next sort of month, you're just going to get all these little micro updates of things that like they're going to start patching. And at some point they'll just go, right, here's a 10 gig update. That's everything we needed to do to start with.
I saw you give your thumbs up on the announcement hybrid.
Yeah. I give a thumbs up to most announcements. If it means the game's moving in the right direction, it's all good.
Right, it's actually moving.
Yeah, it's not as stagnant as it has been for the last 5 years.
7 years.
Yeah, so it's all good. If it's there and it's working, it's all right. I haven't got a problem with it.
No. It's like
encouragement.
I mean, for me, next season I won't be in next season because I've got to be honest. For the next month, I'm going to be stupid. I'm going to be busy with Hydroneer, and then I've got other things I want to focus on as well before I come into it. And like I said, I want to go back into season mode more towards the end of the year because I think for me, live streaming towards the end is actually not too bad because my kids they're just about to break up from school, so I can't really do a lot. So when they're at home, I can only stream in the evenings, or I can't really do a lot of videos when they're around because I get a lot of noise in the background.
yeah.
Joys of living in a flat, But it's if I'm streaming, that means the kids are asleep. That means I've got that little bit of time to myself where I can actually do that sort of thing. And then when it comes like during the day, because they're here, Gold Rush, I can pause Gold Rush, which means I don't have to pause it. I can just leave it running. But it means I can actually deal with them whilst I'm playing a game, or whilst they're playing games, and they want to watch me. So I can share that time with them. But the moment they need me, everything just goes towards them. I don't worry about like what I'm doing. So season mode for me is actually more ideal to do during the end of the year because it's Christmas holidays. It's all the stuff that I've got to deal with them, and all the stuff I have to do at home as well. So yeah, streaming in the evenings is better. Playing the game during the day with them around is fine. But I can't. When it's like when they're at school, like when they go back to school, I get like a 6-hour window between dropping them off and coming home. So that 6 hours I can either use for like video content, I can do for video creation, I can do this, that, and the other, or I can just stream. So I have those choices. But yeah, so season mode for me is definitely going to be sort of like a more end of the year thing. I will be joining and I will be coming back to it. But it's 30 days of messing around. I'm all good. All I got to do is just learn what the fuck I got to do.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Why is that?
More practice is needed.
Well, for me, like I know I'm kind of crammed with this season because right at the end of this leaderboard season, Ships at Sea gets released, and that's something I've been looking forward to.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that on Keymailer.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
it's
the
gonna
way,
be, May 9th.
Russia.
Yeah.
Jason is on the warpath with you.
Uh-oh.
Yes. He saw my channel name. He goes, "Is that fucking Russia's fault?" I went, "Yep."
There's a few weird games coming out in the next few weeks. There's a I mean, if you want to look into some new ones, there's one called Monster Domain, which is you're basically you're the bad guys in a dungeon, so you have to kill heroes and stuff, and I thought that was a pretty cool one. There is Farm Manager World coming out again this month. There's just loads of crap out here, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, I'm sort of glad Hydroneer came out now because then it gives me something to do for a month until I have to find something else to do. Because May's just I don't know. For me, it's more of a dead month, unfortunately.
Well, unfortunately,
Right.
May is my birthday, so I've asked my sister to get me out of War.
It's a good game. Like I've got to be honest. Even if you're not streaming and like messing around with it, it's just a game you can just chill with. You don't have to do a lot. You just dig and be happy. Or trying to take on a project the size of what Split does is like that's a lot of work. That's like 300 hours of just bulldozing.
Yeah,
I was telling Dan I was in Split's stream yesterday, talking to him a little bit about the gold mining simulator and the fact that he's under NDA, but he can give little hints and that the old team was telling him to hype stuff up, and so when Dan was bringing up those ramps that are on each claim, those were something that he was hyping up years ago when he was still playing. Oh, it's coming. There's going to be a new area that has to do with these. You ready, guys? And I think that's something that he was still talking about yesterday. Was maybe there's something that has to do with those. So
you see, what I would like them to bring it into the game as well. You know the not the wave table which we use now. You know the round wave tables that they use on the show, where you pour it into the top, like
the pinwheel ones.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
spirals.
I've spoken about those in my streams as well.
Yeah, well, I would like something like that to be added into the game.
Yeah, that's on my wish list of like when I was playing Gold Rush and I was going through a season. People always ask like, "What did you want to see in it?" I said, "I just want to see a gold room where I can actually put in different tables and stuff instead of just using the same wave table and the same demagnetite. I want different equipment. Even if it just does the same job and it gets me the same amount of gold, I just want something that looks different to everybody else. So everybody's not using the same crap. I want like a different rendition of something.
Yeah, it's like a gold room,
like the hog pans. Hog pans, and then you can do like a high banker, which is basically the same thing as a hog pan.
Yeah, or you get yourself like a handheld mini trommel because they do make them.
Right.
So your character would like develop hands where he could hold onto two little handles and push the little trommel towards the side. Just little tiny things like that are just things that the game should have been doing years ago.
Oh, here we go. Pro gamers.
Oh, that sucks. Have a full season of Hog Pan. No, dude, that sounds like a YouTube channel, a YouTube challenge channel by Mr. Beast. Hey guys, for the next 30 days, I'm just going to be digging out the whole of Old Arnold with a spade.
Now, they do have a point. Like, you get the highest amount of gold out of the hog pans, like the highest percentage. So it's like 97% capture rate.
Yeah, but could you
It's the
imagine
slowest.
digging out Old Arnold with a spade?
It's the slowest form, but it's also the best. So
Day 27. Yeah, I'm about 2 foot into this massive hill. I filled up 3,000 buckets of dirt. I reckon I could do another 10.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the top 150. Okay.
Could you?
That would actually, in fairness, that would be the only time that the top of the leaderboard would look pretty much on balance. Like nobody's going to have more than 300 ounces of gold.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Thanks,
Next one,
bud.
let's do it. 30 days of gold, like hog panning. Let's go.
Oh fuck that.
Oh man.
Well, me, Rasher, and Bear, we're going to make non DLC as competitive as we can this season.
That's fair.
Because
I might join you on the non-DLC thing going into like the end of the year, just to see what it's like. But I know it's only tier 3 cap.
It's not easy. It's not easy because at the start of the season, 8,000 ounces gets you fucking top 10.
That's fine. But the only thing I have that like I can put into anything is literal time. I'm not very good at the game because I'm shit at like timing stuff. But if I can spend like 14 hours on it, where you can only spend like 10 hours on it, yeah, I can outdo you.
Hybrid,
That's
hybrid, don't
literally
you
just
dare
comes
fucking
down to-
challenge me live on Twitch and YouTube.
It literally just comes down to how much time have you got to spend and push into the game.
Right.
Don't forget,
And that's the thing is-
I done 31 days last season live.
Oh yeah. But I mean, it's just you know, since you don't have to go for that tier 5, you only go to 3, and then at that point,
3.5.
Yeah, it's just how much brain capacity do you have to be able to just go to this and to the rock truck and to the over and over again.
You see,
just turn your brain off and drool. That's it.
you see, and also what I would also love to see is the actual workers walking around as well, going, "Oh look, that needs fixing. That needs fixing."
Again, that's something that you'd have to program into it, which could mean stripping part of the game back that they don't want to do.
Not just seeing an icon with the mechanic symbol over it, going, "Yeah, fixing it there."
Yeah, I get it. I think it's just more work that they don't want to do, because I think that would just be. I think that's more of a quality of life thing that would annoy you, like for them at least when they actually have to make it themselves.
Russia.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna go for a hog pan only season, you need to talk to a specialist before you start this.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Serena is in the UK as well, so yeah. You see, it's like earlier on today, somebody moaned at Cuba about all these updates and everything. So I sent him a little DM. I'll tell you what I sent him actually. I'll put it up here.
They can moan at him all they like. He's a developer and they're a minion of the gaming world.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It was over the saves really, or your save files. I said, I've done what the picture said, and it's working fine. Keep up the good work, and I will keep streaming the game, which I will do.
Yeah.
I'm behind this new team all the way now. As long as they don't backtrack on what they're saying.
Or just completely stop talking to the community.
I can't see him doing
That's
that.
one of the worst things you could do. Worst thing you could do is just stop talking to the community.
Yeah.
That's what the old devs didn't do. They didn't talk to us.
No, they didn't.
The old devs thought to themselves, no, we'll just manage the game, keep it clean, you know, and do certain things to it. Don't bother with the DLCs or stuff like that. The old devs only brought out the Frankenstein DLC. That's the only bit they brought out. We've had no DLC for 6 years.
No, and consoles haven't had an update since it was put on.
Right.
When did it come out on consoles? Was it 2 years ago?
2-3 years, yeah.
I want to say like 2019.
That's 5 years, isn't it?
I can't even. I don't even want to turn my PlayStation on at this point.
Yeah, because PlayStation have got their update.
Came out in 2021.
So 3 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
So within those 3 years, it's never been updated, and it's £5 more.
Really?
Yeah, it's £20.99 on Xbox.
But it includes the DLC.
Yeah, it should do.
Yeah,
it's all
and
tied
then-
to the base game.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Russia.
the Franks are in it.
Yeah, because Russia hasn't had his update for the Xbox yet.
No, which
No,
is
not yet.
really strange because like the updates for consoles went in on the same day. Just Sony seemed to work a little bit faster apparently.
They did something there at Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know none of the consoles got updated on like actual Bank Holiday Monday, but on the Tuesdays, Sony, I think they were in by like midday, like the update went through. Xbox have had that update on their server since Tuesday. and it hasn't gone in.
Unless they're waiting for the devs to say, right, it's bug free.
No. You can put whatever crap on these servers, whatever you want. Basically, what happens is that the files get sent over to the Xbox server, and then when they eventually go live, Code Horizon get an email to say, "Yep, they've gone live." That hasn't happened yet, and you know it hasn't happened because all the people on Xbox still haven't got an update.
Yeah, I've been checking because I want to see what it's like, you know.
Yeah.
You'll get the purple sky.
It's a bit, yeah. I mean, you're okay as long as you don't get an excavator.
Right. So I'll just be running feral season.
You'll be doing hog pans.
Yeah, you can talk about it. It's fine. My one mate, as soon as I got into it, was I within 30 seconds of me loading up the PlayStation version, I'd already put down a bug straight into the. I was like, okay, there's a problem here. Every time you turn left to right, the screen was tearing. I was like, this is not good.
No.
Like, and it was just, it almost felt like it was in slow motion. I was like, they broke the game within like literally 30 seconds of me playing it. And then like, I was getting the first thing I did was I went into $1 mode, straight to the bank, bought the claim, which was old Arnold. I went and rented out the drill, and I was like, cool, let's start drilling. Let's go real quick. There's no grid on the floor. I'm like, where the fuck's the grid? How am I supposed to know where the bloody hell I'm supposed to be drilling right now? No, that's broken as well. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So there was, I think I put three bug reports up within about 5 minutes of me jumping on.
I saw that.
Yeah, mate, hang on.
I don't want to play this anymore.
Hang on a minute, hang on.
It's broken.
Right, so let's see.
Literally, as soon as I stopped doing it, I saw, oh yeah, by the way, if you get an excavator, the world turns purple. I'm like, oh man, I wasn't tripping. Damn it.
Right, so bug reports on the PS on the PS5 at the minute. Right, we've got wavetable disappears. Hoses and cables get sent back to the depot, even if they don't break. There's no map in the mapping vehicle. PS5 visual problem, version 1.02.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, is it you, is it? Oh yeah, H. Yeah, hybrid. PS5, there's no in-game button response.
Yeah.
Gas pump issue. You again. Timescale is listed as options timescale.
Yeah, they literally left just the code in there instead of the actual words. Yeah.
Here's your other one. Drill, no grid.
Yeah.
and then you again. But when you turn left and right on the PS5, it shits itself.
It's horrible. Like I've played a lot of indie games, and some games do have that sort of like you turn left to right and you're just seeing like a slideshow of what the game is. I'm like, no, I can't play this. It's gonna make me sick. You know, I don't deal with spinning around in circles like at the best of times anymore. But when you're doing it in a video game and the screen is tearing in front of you, and you're like, no, I'm gonna go to the toilet now. I'm gonna throw because this is bad.
Oh well.
Right.
Actually, someone has just thanked this new dev team. It's someone called K. Somebody. I don't know, because I'm live. The names have been squashed. They've said, like to say thanks to the new devs. I wish you luck on updating and trying to make the game better. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I think what they've done is they've chucked updates into consoles. They've updated the PC to a point, and they're like, okay, right. If there's any problems now, everyone's on the same sort of like branch. Everyone's on the same testing section. All we've got to do is fix everything people talk about now, and then everything should just work. You know, it's going to be like Bethesda for a bit. It will just work. And when I say just work, it's just about to work. It's not going to work fully. It's going to just about work.
Yeah.
But as soon as they've got everybody up to that same standard, the game will be okay. It takes time. It's just horrible.
That's what people don't understand.
But this is the other problem is testing. There is, for what I can understand, there is no actual testing phase when it comes to these updates. They basically just work on them to a point, and then try. Maybe they've got like an in-house testing. I don't know. I think Split might be one of them. Hence the NDA thing. But then it's like you sit there and just go, okay. So if he's testing the game and it's like buggy to this point, then they only have to fix a certain amount of stuff before it gets the green light. And then when it gets the green light, it goes live, and then everyone else becomes a beta tester, like you, me, Rasha, everybody. And then you start reporting, and if the more reports you can put up, the faster the game gets fixed.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's what people don't understand, though. You know.
Yeah.
You know. We are now basically beta testing this update for the rebrand. You're doing it for the console as well.
I like beta testing. The reason why is because you can drive around into walls and stuff and just go, oh yeah, well I'm just testing the game. It's not the fact that I can't drive this car properly.
That's
So
where
you can act like a moron and be happy about it.
that's where people go, oh look at him, he's just digging that same spot. Yeah, because I've been asked to by the freaking devs to make sure that the gold doesn't fucking disappear.
Well, it's like all hog pans in the game. Did you know that if you can, after emptying the hog pan, there's still a layer of dirt under the hog pan you can still dig?
No, I never knew that.
Well, that's been in the game since like the last 6 years. So next time you do a hog pan dig in the same spot until you get to like a bedrock section, and then dig again, and you're going to pull up another spade of dirt that's underneath that section.
It's like
Oh, I do that every season.
There you go. See,
it's like last season. I was trying to get out of a place in Nighthawk, and when I wasn't called Dozer fucking Dan. Thanks, Basha. And I had the dump truck stuck on the wall, and there was a little mound of fucking dirt about that little.
Yep.
I had to get out and fucking shovel it.
Yep.
I'm thinking to myself, just get the fucking excavator.
yeah, just get rid of it.
So, but as you said though, Hybrid, it's with this new team, and with all of us still, we're still learning some of the tips and tricks which the veterans, aka Split, Bosun, which we can't use anymore. Because the new dev team are now instant banning you.
Yeah, but you have to be careful. Like, for what you're saying on that, like Split doesn't glitch the game or like exploit the game. He's just, in fairness to Split, he's just a talented digger.
Efficient.
Yeah, he's very efficient. Like I've watched his stuff and I've tried to mimic it, and
You
I
can't.
do it.
You can't do it. It's like if you go back and watch some of Higgs's stuff, the way he was digging,
The
it's
problem
like
with
bang,
Higgs-
bang, 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 bang. It's like fuck.
The problem with Higgs is that the reason why he was banned was because he was exploiting the game, right? So some of the stuff he was doing wasn't right, and there are people on the leaderboard. There are older people who used to play the game who could outdo him even when he was exploiting the game. So whatever he was doing wasn't the most efficient anyway.
Well,
if you go back and find the older people who played it and then try and find their old footage, apart from Split, you'll probably find they're all working about the same as what Split was doing. They're probably doing like 5,000 to 7,000 ounces of gold every like in-game day. And with Matt, he was just able to slam more time into it, which is why he was able to keep up with people. But like I said, there were people on the leaderboard who were able to outdo exploiters. It's just nowadays people became exploiters because it was just an easier way to play the games.
yeah,
And Codewise weren't banning people off at the time.
yeah, they are fucking now, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm sort of glad they are. And the thing is I will never get called out for being an exploiter because I live stream it, so you can see everything I do.
Yeah,
I
me
made a
as
point
well.
of it every time I did like a reset. I made a point I was live streaming because if I live streamed the reset, you had the evidence there that I was doing it properly.
Yeah, it's like when Cuba came in on the quiet. I think it was Monday.
Yeah.
When I was live, and he says, how do you like the new update? Fucking love it.
Yeah, on the PC it works. On the console it's hit and miss, definitely.
It's
He's
just
fixing it. That's all it does.
it's just going to take time because of until the Xbox get their update.
Yeah.
The devs won't get a good, how can I say it, a good quota.
I think they know what's wrong with. I think with what PlayStation are reporting, I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be many different problems with both versions. I think it's going to be a long list of the same stuff.
Oh, at last, someone's actually saying something about the old dev team. Yay!
I wonder if Xbox is not going to have as many problems because it's like Microsoft and it's more towards the computer type script.
Maybe. I mean,
Well,
we can only wait.
Well,
Yeah, fingers crossed.
if you think about it, the Xbox is a glorified PC.
Yeah. Well, so is a PlayStation nowadays.
That's true. Yeah,
They're both multimedia stations. They're not just solid consoles anymore.
Right, here we go.
It's
Right, this
entertainment
was
center
this
now.
was
Yeah.
8 minutes ago. I wonder why the dev team changed. The old team did nothing to the game. True.
Yeah.
Someone here's going to wait for the first DLC drop. Well, they said it's coming this month. So, can you see this? You mean the second? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an arsehole.
You an arsehole. I wouldn't say that, bro. You speak your mind.
Have you watched my last video?
I was about 4 minutes into it, and I thought, fuck it.
I'm an arsehole. Right? You watch that video, you'll see the set.
I thought myself, fuck it. Let's go live with Rasher and Hybrid. Bring in Hybrid. Let Hybrid have his rant.
That's it. I mean, the reason why I was calling people out is just 'cause I'm sick and tired of the crappy attitude.
Yeah.
I do this with any game. So if I'm into a project, like it doesn't matter what it is, Hydrogen or anything else, I will call games out for their bullshit. I will sit here and just go, right, well you're doing this wrong. This is what you should be doing right. Blah 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 blah. Even if I've got no discernible skills when it comes to coding, I will still call you out on your crap. But when it comes to a community just basically being an arsehole for arsehole's sake, I will be a twat to you as well. And it's just because if you're going to be that much of a dick to people you don't know, I might as well do the same to you. Treat those the way you want to be treated. And if you're going to treat other people like an arsehole, I'm going to treat you the same.
Oh yeah. Exactly. I'm just typing
But also
something out.
holding the community that you're a part of accountable for their own actions.
Yeah. And these people have the freedom to go onto a Discord and talk to the devs. Well, I would say face to face, but it's text to text because it's on a bloody screen. And you're able to get the answers you want straight away. And if you want to talk to these people, they are there. You don't just sit there and sit on Steam and just act like you're a big bollocks. It doesn't work.
No. It's like if you go on Steam now and you look at the reviews. There's still so many negative reviews on it.
Yeah. Because people they're assholes.
Serena's with her dancing
There's no other
emotes.
way of saying it. You can call them every name under the sun, you know. A lot of these people are arguing for argument's sake. They just don't know.
No. So,
Well, the other thing that the devs need to keep in mind is the most vocal people about your game are going to be the negative ones. They're
Yeah.
the ones that are most likely to voice their opinion, tell you everything that's wrong.
Yep.
The people
Oh,
that
yeah.
are happy aren't going to say anything.
No.
So when you start looking at the balance that way,
Yeah.
you know, you don't
I
really have a lot
myself,
to worry about.
I myself, I'm genuinely happy with Gold Rush. Or sorry, Gold Mining Simulator. But there are things in the game that do annoy me. I have called it up live on streamers before, and I have sent my concerns to the developers like DM. I haven't gone into the Discord and moaned at it. I found the person I needed to speak to, and I've sent them a message. That's one of the ways I do things. If I can talk to the people who are in charge and just show my concern, then they can take that as their feedback and criticism and work on it.
Yeah, it's like
If it falls on deaf ears, then they're not listening to the crowd that actually support them.
it's like when they bring out FM25 this year, you get a 2-week beta version.
Yeah.
So what happens there? You pre-order the game and you get the 2-week beta. That doesn't report any bugs. But though, guarantee, if there was an FM Discord, which I think that it is one around, you still have flipping negative people going, oh look, that's wrong, VAR's wrong.
There's
VAR
an
is fucked
outlaw
anyway.
Discord. They're more than happy to listen to people if they've got problems with the game.
Yeah, you don't need arseholes who come in and go, oh, my frame rate shit again. Yeah, these devs don't need that.
No, unfortunately, as I said, with the frame rate thing, that's been an issue since the game was born. It's never going to get fixed.
No,
I can guarantee, even if they ever get around to finishing this game after expansions and DLCs, that memory leak is still going to exist. It's never going to go away.
Oh yeah.
It's a feature, man. It's a feature.
It's one of those quirks that you have in your car, you know, only you know about it, and just, you know, hit the dashboard just right and it works.
Like my PC, one of my fans has got a weird bearing. There's nothing wrong with it. It just makes a funny noise. So I punch it and it works. It's fine.
Right. Exactly. It's a lovable quirk.
Yeah.
You see, right. So let's get back to this roadmap. What are we actually expecting from this roadmap? Are we expecting? We know that we're going to get brand new machines. We know that.
Yeah.
What else can you expect?
I liked one of the suggestions I found whilst I was trawling through the comments for the last video. I liked the idea, and genuinely, the developers should listen to this guy. I think he had a really good point. Now that obviously there's no contract between them and Discovery, so they are free to do whatever they like. If they're looking for sponsorship and money and everything else they can add to this, they need to approach companies like MSI, they need to approach like Volvo and other companies that make high-end hard-ass equipment and say, look, we want to add you, we've got this game, we used to call it Gold Rush, now we've had to rebrand, we're now free of contracts. Could we basically come down to your depot, do some photos and stuff, put your stuff into our game, and we can release it as content packs for our game, and we'll give you 25% of each sale. And if they did that, and then sold the average player a £4 DLC add-on for a Volvo fucking, I don't know, excavator pack, that you buy your Volvo pack, you get your excavator, your bits and pieces, and then you're done. That's giving money to the actual company. It's giving money to the company who want to sponsor, but at the same time, you're making money to put into more development. So yeah, a bit like Farming Sim, where you basically get hold of companies to put their official gear into the game. And then they could start making Gold Mining Simulator 2. They could start adding to that extra project, but the funding needs to be there first.
You see,
So yeah,
I'd buy a Caterpillar pack, you know.
exactly.
you see, people want MP, right.
It's not going to happen.
Yep, I know that, right. But though, the devs are saying now, if we make GMS2, we guarantee it will be in that game.
Yeah, I would still say no, but it's just me. The reason
Give it as
why
an option.
the reason why I don't agree with putting multiplayer into the game is just because there's no reason for it. You know, the game is a single player game in mind. You don't want your friend to sit in an excavator for 8 hours whilst you're sitting in a rock truck and be like, yeah, just load me up again so I can keep driving round and round. It's bollocks. Every fucking game in the world has to come in multiplayer because people are never bloody happy. And now what's happening now is that people are starting to revolt against it. You look at all the people who complain about EA and bits and pieces. Oh, we've had enough of multiplayer games. Can we have some single player? But you wanted multiplayer games. And it's the vicious cycle that's now starting to happen. More and more people want single player games, but people are so stuck on the idea of multiplayer they just won't jam it out their arse.
Yeah, it's like with the Creed games. Everybody wants single player Creed games, don't they?
Yeah. Put your fucking screen on. I completely agree.
My screen is on.
Yeah, but it's a black screen on your stream.
I haven't got anything else.
No, you haven't.
Hang on a
That's
minute.
what it was like last time when you were streaming last time. It's just a black screen with your head in the bottom left.
I can put on the gold mining
Put on
bit.
the game.
I'll
Just
put.
roll around on Gold Rush. People just enjoy watching you play.
Well, hang on a
Waste
minute.
gas driving around.
Yeah, hang on a minute then.
Do donuts on the dirt.
Let me get up Gold Rush. Sorry, devs. Gold Mining Simulator. It's gonna take me a while to get used to that fucking name.
It's never gonna go away.
No.
It's the Twitter of games.
Twitter, formerly known as X. Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
See,
hang on a
everyone still calls it Twitter. No one calls it.
no, nobody calls it X. No. There you go. Happy now? There you go. There's a screen for you.
Safety warnings.
I don't know why though, right? Like this game gets me more fucking views than anything else.
Because nobody else plays it. Not until season mode, at least.
Right, very niche.
Yeah.
There you go. Look. Six more days until 32 comes up.
Yeah.
Can't wait now.
They still haven't changed the news section.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know. I can't even pronounce it.
What's that? The God Mining Simulator.
No, go back to news.
Oh, in Latin.
Yeah.
Lorum ipsum dollar sid amet.
Yeah.
That name.
Hopefully you just didn't cuss and say some bad things.
No, fucking hope not.
Demonetized.
He just cursed all the viewers.
Immortap.
Oh, fuck off! Give new GMS music. If I had on my headset, yeah, I would do, but
I don't mind the music in the game now.
I don't
it's
either.
away from the branding, so it's all right.
So what has actually changed on the this update for the they said that they've done more rebranding. I didn't see it when I was playing earlier.
I don't know. I haven't looked. Like as I said, I haven't played it since they put it up to console, so I'm just sitting here just like, I'll just wait until people stop moaning. That means they fixed the game.
Yeah.
I'm just
Or they
going by the
banned
crowd.
everybody.
I'm just going by the crowd right now.
Oh.
Yeah, imagine that, like scrolling 3 times slower when you turn left and right. Right? That's what the console looks like right now.
Right. So they're saying that they've done more rebranding. So let's have a quick look. Let's go to town. So have another look round. See whether they've actually removed anything else. I don't think they've removed anything else. Right. Right. So that's all the same. That's all the same.
Did the graffiti change on the wall?
Could have done. Let's have a look.
That's not graffiti. They're banners.
No, here he means.
Yeah, we're on like a 15-second delay.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think so. I don't think this is. I think.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. In dirt we trust.
Gibberish.
Catfish John. Was it?
I need to update this wall. Like, we need to get some newer players on it.
That's all the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that bit's the same. Oh, I finally figured out what was on that top banner. It was Parker.
Ah, yeah.
You know that top banner there? Yeah, that was Parker.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's changed. You see, people want to know what's going to be here. Why they digging this out for? What's gonna go here?
They're not. It's been like that for a while.
I was going to say, that's been there from the very beginning.
Yeah. Just most people never paid attention to it. Because people just come in here, they go straight. The reason why is because they never come down this far into the shop. You got to think that when that door was open in the middle, no one went towards the end of the shop, so they never paid attention to the bottom of the road.
Yeah, it's like people.
But if you put up your map,
Hang on. Let me put on the brake.
and if you want to work out if they were going to put in a new actual dig site, so the best thing to do is to look at the actual map and zoom out as much as you can, and then look for like a dead space on the map, and go right. Okay, so you would put something here.
Somewhere like here, you mean like a Nighthawk?
Well,
Is that
You
called
could
Nighthawk
put
Mountains?
it between Old Arnold and Pine, so you could have a river claim. You could have one right in the middle of there, yeah, and you could have one right in just underneath the actual main town as well.
That's what I
Right.
thought we're talking about Monday, weren't we? Actually, about the
Yeah,
the photographs.
You're looking for dead spaces they could do something with, right? Now with Pine Valley, if you look at that right hand side of it, they have got that little open area that is off to it. They could go right of Pine Valley.
Oh, here.
So yeah, you've got that little dead space like just onto the right of it. They could expand it. They could make it put like Pine Valley Part 2. But you're looking at basically where they can put a something in to make the map bigger.
He's talking about by Minor Creek.
Oh yeah, up here again. Yeah. You see.
It's really hard to direct him when there's a 15-second delay.
Oh, he got it. He's there.
Yeah.
I'm in now. You mean
Yeah,
where Perks Valley is?
Yeah.
Perks Valley and Minor Creek. That's what us two were saying last time, weren't it? Russia.
Yep.
But then what would you do with such a small bit of land? That's the problem. Unless they just expand the dig site into that section.
Mini excavator, mini wash plant.
Oh yeah, you get a mini wash plant there. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, idea.
yeah. But though, with something like that, you can't get worse gold than Old Arnold.
Yeah, so it would need to be like moderately good. But then it has to come with Pine Valley as part of the lease. That's the main part.
So
Unless you chuck in a second site it basically extends out, you could bring something in there.
so basically like a Tony Beat, so he just keeps on bigging his claim up because we're making it bigger and bigger and bigger every fucking season.
Yeah, that's because Tony owns all that land. Yeah.
But yeah, you do something like that. And I'm sure there's an area down by Old Arnold that can be expanded into.
Okay, let's go that way then. Let's have a look at Old Arnold while we go that way.
We could always just get rid of Rivertown because we hate that map.
True.
I don't so much as hate Rivertown. I hate its layout. Like the entrance alone annoys me because nobody needs to keep going over those rocks. That entrance is too tight. You can't get a wash plant through it. It's a pain in the ass. It just
Right.
needs a redesigning.
Just take a dozer and level it all.
Yeah, or a nuke and just get rid of it.
Yeah.
So what?
Look,
So
there's gold everywhere.
so what we're saying is then, right? So we're here at Old Arnold.
You could quite happily, where this stops now, if you take a right turn instead. If I was thinking as a dev, and I would, instead of turning left towards Old Arnold, I'd turn right and just open up a new road and bring in a new claim straight there. So progression, you go from Old Arnold to the other claim, so you don't have to go too far.
Mm.
Right. It'd be like above the dam.
So you could have you could just develop a road into that, level out the area, and just have it as like the dam plot. You know.
You see, it's like Lewis was saying about bringing in dredges. Wouldn't work.
I think dredges are just more of a headache. Like the problem with dredges is they're boring. And I know people are like, oh my god, dredges would be so amazing. Have you seen Tony Beats and his crew run a dredge?
Yes.
It's one person looking at a screen going, yep, now we've got to move left. Now we've got to move right. Now you've got to move the dozers forward so we can drag forward 15 feet.
Yeah.
Now we get to go left. And now, oh no, there's a problem. We're going to have to shut the dredge. It's boring work. That was the problem with dredging. It's so efficient, it's boring.
You mean you wouldn't want to like have to use those really good cables that we use to hook to your dredge to pull it around with the dozer?
I don't want to dredge.
Cable snapping constantly? I mean,
Yeah,
where's your sense of adventure?
Hey, I have enough cables snapping when I'm trying to set up a fucking machine in this.
Yeah, me as well.
I don't need more cable snapping.
And me as
Right?
well.
But it's, the thing with dredging is that they were so good at what they did because you basically just gnawed out the land as you went through it. Nothing was really left behind. They were so efficient that not even the tailings had gold in them. So if you can imagine just playing that game, could you imagine just sitting there for 31 days in a dredge, just moving your screen left and right, just constantly? That's all you're going to do. You may as well at that point just do hog panning.
It'd be faster hog painting though.
Why have I got Rivertown 0? That's weird.
Did you ever buy it during the season?
No. I own Nighthawk and I leased Pine Valley last season.
Huh.
I don't know why it's given me Rivertown.
Rivertown was after day one. Rivertown was the first one to went to release, so that's probably why you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to buy it on the save.
Yeah.
Or
So that's
lease
pretty
it,
good.
whatever it is.
I still can't believe I finished fucking ninth on max gold though last season. Can't believe that. But though,
I'm sitting
look
there
at Rasher though.
myself,
Look,
I'm gonna
third.
go for- I'm gonna try to hit that 100K.
That's my goal for next time I join in. I think if I start doing leaderboards around sort of like September time, so I'll do 2 leaderboards, one on DLC and one on non-DLC, and just see if I can hit 100K on the normal one, and then on non-DLC, just see if I can hit anything.
Oh, you could probably easily put up, 25K, 30K, just casual.
You see, because White Drew's got banned for because he was always safe scumming to get this kind of gold map, weren't he, as well?
Yeah.
I would say out of most of the practices in this game, if you're save scumming, then you deserve to be banned.
Yeah.
just my person. You don't have to like the opinion. It's just my opinion.
Well, the thing is, the game isn't like it's super difficult. It's the same loop over and over.
Yeah.
And when you're resetting your claim, you have enough money at that point that it doesn't matter, and money really doesn't get you anything at the end. There's no reward for having $100 million, $200 million. It's all based on your gold.
I mean, once you've got what let's say 10 million under your belt, you never have to bank any more cash. You just keep chucking it through the wave table and be happy.
Oh
You've
yeah.
got enough money to reset your claim and just hit the button so many times on the drill site. You don't even have to worry about drilling it. You know?
You
No.
don't worry
Oh,
about
no,
smelting the
okay.
gold.
Oh no! I need another $1 million. Okay, cool. I'll just go and smelt 3 bars of gold. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right? Or just sell the ore.
Yeah, you could just sell it and not even worry about the rest of it.
It's like after the after you've got your bank, your blacksmith on max everything.
Yep.
Don't do mag either.
No, I don't.
That's
I
what,
did after my first season. I stopped doing that as well. So as soon as I'd maxed out the blacksmith, I was like, I don't need this anymore. I just threw it in the bin. I was like, done. And I just carried on wave table. I put up 2 or 3 wave tables after that.
Oh, somebody else doing a rasher.
Yeah, I needed something else to do. I had buckets of gold. It was like, well, I'm not magging this anymore. I might as well just get it through faster. And I was
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like not last season, the season before, when just before Matt got banned, he goes to me, what you should have on your claim now is 2 wave tables,
Yep.
and 2 gold nugget takers. I said, why 2? Because you're going to be having 36 mats to
Yeah.
clean out.
Yeah, on each one.
So the way that I did mine was I put the nuggeters at the bottom of the duplex jigs, or whatever jigs you're using. So I'd have them laid sideways, so I'd use them as a step so I could still jump up and down. But then you get to a point where you could just run between the gaps and take the mat off and then put it into the nuggeter, because your staff member would change the mats for you. So you just spent all the time just pulling mats off the bottom. You didn't even have to climb or anything.
Yeah, it's
That's how I
like
was- by the end of it, that's how I was doing it.
it's like you hear some people who come in your stream live and go, why aren't you doing hog pans? Hog pans give me an extra 5%.
Yeah, I don't use them.
No, nor do I.
I don't want to spend my time messing around with mats.
And I got my 6 ounces of nuggets on the hog pan area, and that's the last time I use it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It became the meta way to play the game. So you're losing, I don't know what, a couple of % of gold for the amount of time that it's going to take you to empty them. You could just fill up another couple of buckets and dig.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to earn it back anyway.
Run another dump truck through, you know?
Yeah.
Right, how
Yeah,
full are you?
no.
You're at 56. You're at
So I
100.
just roll that towards the big refiller and then just park it up next to it.
Yeah, and also I'm not running a big power generator now. Anyway, I'm just going from the water tower straight into the what do you call it? Into the water splitter there.
Hmm.
People went to me last season. Why are you using a big pump? Why don't you just go from the water tower?
Yeah.
I said,
I was told that. I was really paranoid about using it because I don't like the fact it runs out of water. And then it was just like, yeah, if it runs out of water, it's not going to kill you. And at the end of the day, it's got so much water in it, it probably won't run out until you realise that it's getting low. I was like, okay, cool.
you see,
But I literally needed that thing in my head to tell me that it was going to be fine, and then I'd be okay.
it's like
I was running a pump just to annoy people. when I
It's
was
like
playing.
this area here.
You
It
troll.
was the electric one. The electric one. At that.
Yeah, fuck that. It's like
We just had people Cartman rage you. What the fuck you doing that, goddammit?
it's like what can they?
Out like, why are you using it? Why are you running it into your water tower and then water tower to your stuff? What?
No one do.
Just melting. It was great.
That's like 100% troll behavior. You know that, right?
I mean, that's what I did last season. That was my whole shtick, is just nonstop trolling everybody last season.
So what you did with this then, with these things here, then you put these.
I put the nuggeters across the bottom in front of the duplexes, so they faced each other. So you would have the controls on the left and the controls on the right as you're looking at the duplex jigs. So I was using them as steps.
Oh,
So I could jump up. So because at the point I didn't have any staff members, so I was literally doing like I was manually changing them over. So I was
something
jumping
like that,
up
you mean?
onto them, and because if you get them right, you can get a boosted jump off of them to like jump further up the jigs, which is so cheeky.
Ta-da.
But if you turn it around so the bucket faces the other way, there you go. So you get the extra jump, so you can get to the back of the actual sluices.
Whee!
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
You can yeah. That's what I was doing. So yeah, so I was doing that, and then over time I was like, why do I keep jumping up when I can literally just take things off the bottom? And that made so much more sense to me. So
Yeah.
I was running up the center of the between the jigs, so I could take the mats off underneath it. I was just taking them underneath and then put them on.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you get staff members, you're like, okay, I just put it on and then it changes itself. It's like, fine, don't have to touch nothing.
Yeah, it's like
Evolution.
it's like the first time I found that out. It's like people were going to me, what do you do it this way, do it that way.
Yeah.
How do you mean do it this way, do it that way? You know. What?
Just
You
find
can
what
you
works
can
for
you can rotate these with your. Oh no, you're not using a mouse.
Hang on. What do you say?
If you use the mouse and keyboard, you can rotate these on the spot, so you don't have to keep turning around.
Hang on a minute, I'm being called. What do you say? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's what, hold shift and then scroll wheel or something.
Yeah, and you just spin them.
how much
on the
should we
spot.
get?
It was fun. But yeah, getting that extra jump, it sort of helped to cover. You know, just even if it's just a couple of seconds of like time, you jump straight up through the sluice box. You're like, okay, I'm going to pick up my mats and just be you can be a lot faster doing it. But as soon as you get the staff members, it's just easier.
It is not easier.
Right.
It's
you just
like-
evolve. I mean,
It's like
starting
when
with that.
it's like when Russia goes to me, right then, all you do, you just do this and do that, rent your first piece of equipment. It's like, eh?
Yeah, getting past the buying equipment and renting was a big thing for me. Like as said, going into my first leaderboard, I was sitting there going, I don't know what I'm doing. And then like old man gaming, because he's such a decent guy. He came in, he goes, do you just rent all your equipment? I'm like, what? He goes, just rent it all. It's only going to cost you X amount of money, and you'll make that money every day. I'm like, really? And because I'm very like OCD and paranoid about certain things I don't understand to start with, I hadn't got a clue, and I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to make a money. I was shitting myself the first like couple of days. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I was like the little kid who needs an adult every time. Like, please tell me what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm up to. Going into my second scene, it's like, yeah, sure. What you do is just. I was literally telling everybody, I'm going to go off and rent this, I'm going to do this. There was so much confidence in
Yeah.
because I'd already done it. And as soon as I knew what I was doing, it changes the game. And that's why I'm like, I need to watch other people who have played the game. So like, that's why I'm going to watch Old Man Gaming stuff going through the next season. And I'm literally going to be sitting there taking notes about what he's buying, when he's buying it, how much money it's costing, and so on and so forth. And then I'm going to put that into practice going into like the end of the year. Because he knows what he's doing, because he's played this game for as long as it's been around, or as long as he's been around playing it. But yeah, it's just you need to know what you're doing to be more efficient, and then you need to just learn efficiency a lot.
that first time flying by the seat of your pants, just scared shitless.
Yep.
That's what you need at least once. At
Yeah.
least once.
You need to go into things and just not know anything, and just go, right, I'm going into the unknown. Screw it, and just be happy. You know, you learn by doing.
That's the way.
And just find what works for you.
That's like what I used to do when I first played leaderboard. It's like, okay, so I do this, I do that. You don't do it that way. You do it that way.
Yeah.
It's like that one who went bankrupt 5 times in one fucking season in last season.
Obvious.
Yeah. He went bankrupt.
He was learning.
Yeah.
It took him longer to go bankrupt each time.
Yep, it did. He made it to Nighthawk the last time.
Yeah, he did actually. He did.
Yeah, that move to Nighthawk is that I would say that's probably the scariest part to new people, because when you're going to Nighthawk, you've got 2 options. You either save up enough money so you can just move and pay the rent, but then you've got to pay 45% on top of whatever you dig, or you stay on Pine Valley or wherever it is to start and get the extra bit of cash so you can buy it. But then when you buy it, you've got no more money, so you can't afford fuel, you can't afford this, and you're like, I need to be able to make it. Like, as soon as I get there, I need to be making money the day of getting there.
It's like people ask me, how have you got to Nighthawk so quick? Because I'm renting the claim out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the renting's a bitch though, because it is taking 45% of your profit. When that's a hard thing to swallow.
It is, but then when you look at it, I mean, in leaderboards, it's not how much profit you're making; it's how much gold you're bringing out of the ground.
Yeah, I know, but it's the paranoid factor. It's the am I going to have enough to get through?
Nobody likes being uncomfortable.
It's like waiting to go for a poo for a really long time. You never know when it's going to happen, but you're going to have to take that plunge sometime.
That's right.
You think though, right?
Never bet on a fart, because you never.
Trust you to fucking lower the tone of my channel, innit?
You want a human? It's always good. It's fine.
Well, we are human.
Yeah.
It's like here now, right. This was my 2nd or 3rd reset.
Yeah.
First reset, I had some good squares. Second reset, Rasher was in. He said, "Nope, that's shite. Do it again."
Yeah.
Well, that's because I just spent 21 million on resets.
Oh, tell me about it. I know. I know. I think it was the last week. I was live and you came in and said in chat, I've just spent over £21 million on fucking resets. I said, how much?
There was a guy that came into my chat nearly every day when he got to Nighthawk, and he was like, why do I keep getting really bad claims? I'm like, I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? And he was posting up in the actual Discord, and I was sitting there going, man, you're just unlucky. Because it's supposed to be random. It's RNG. You haven't got any control over it unless you save scum. But he was just unlucky. Every time he was like, I can't get a square over 700 ounces. I'm like, I can't help you. I don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden he hit one good map towards the end of the season. I'm like, it just happens.
It is. This season, right? Well,
I think I would get to a point though. If it did happen to me, I would probably just quit and be like, "No, I'll come back next season."
It's like this season, well, last season now. With this new dev team, they were actually giving us all the same maps, basically.
Sort of, but if you watched the couple of days that I was on Nighthawk, my maps were different to everybody else's. I think I'll try and find one, but I'm pretty sure one of mine had a 4,000 ounce hole right in the middle, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to try and find that now.
it's like when you hit that the actual good goose egg, when it's all 4,000 ounces, that's when you know you've got the better seed.
Yeah.
It's like me at the minute. I've just got what have I got here? I've got 3,000, 1,500 because that's hey Macca. That's been dug down. That's been dug down. 3,000 there.
Yeah,
2,000.
if I remember right, this was like your final day push.
It was my final day push. Yeah, it was.
Because there's like no prep work. You just literally got out there, started digging and pushing dirt as fast as you could.
I'm fucking good.
So
Yeah.
my map on the one that I'm looking at right now, which is from day 4, leaderboard 31. So I'd already made. This was on Pine Valley. I had a couple of holes that were all on that, and then if I go to Nighthawk after I drilled it.
Oh, I know, mate. Trust me.
Yeah, one of those spots at the top was like 3,000 ounces up in the gully. So yeah,
up by the waterfall.
Yeah, and I think there was like 5 or 6 spots up there. My problem with the waterfall is it's just too far away, and I don't like driving up there. It's just
You see, when I first came to Nighthawk, my best spots were at the far end there.
in the waterfall.
Yeah. And then
That's the one spot I didn't dig out when I got to Nighthawk.
and then my second reset was the one where Asher goes, nope, do it again. because it was all over the show.
Yeah.
That first reset, you're gonna get your goose egg all over the show. But though, you know when you get the second one, it's going to be either by the claim, by the wash plant, or it's going to be up by the waterfall. Nearer the claim. What's that, Macca? I don't know this game, but couldn't even get the first bit of tools to work. No, because you've got to take out the first loan from the bank.
Now I know, like the waterfall area. I talked with veteran players, Billy Bob and a few others, and they said that area up there is actually deceiving, and it's another one of those glitches with the game where it says there's a lot of gold, and there's really not.
Well, if I show you my map quickly, yeah, I've got 2,100 there, but there's a lot of fucking overburden. 2004, then 1,012, 106.
Yeah.
Then you get a purely good square.
But yeah, it's not that deep when you look at it overall.
No.
5 meters? No, it's good. That's just basically take it all and be happy.
Right, and when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to waste the time driving all the way up there to dig that out, and I actually reset leaving that.
I mean, what? It's 100 ounces of gold, so it's a decent paycheck, but it's a lot of fuel, and then it's a lot of
It is a lot of fuel, yeah.
And do I really want to go up there? No, I don't.
Exactly, and that's all strategy, because, some people dig it. I didn't.
You see, and also a lot of people are also moaning about that they've lost all their skins now as well.
Well, they're all related to Gold Rush.
Exactly.
Yeah, Gold Rush theme.
Because the skins were made under the Gold Rush banner, they've all gone because, well, they're part of the branding. So all I have to do to that is say, unfortunately, boo-hoo, and carry on playing. if you want a skin that badly. I think there's one skin now on the workshop you can actually download for everything. I can't remember who made it, but he chucked it up today. I need to update. No, I don't. I need to go into workshop. So the skin that someone's uploaded is from It's the Reaper Gold Mining Company. Reaper's excavator skin, and Reaper's basically put his excavator, the trommel, dump truck, he's basically reskinned everything in the game.
I think I saw that one last week sometime.
So some of the mods are still loaded. A lot of the mods are still here. Like when it comes to the actual skins, so you can re-download them, and they should work with the game, maybe.
Yeah,
like
because
the skins that Split made and things like that.
Yeah, they're all still in the community. But when it comes to the competition stuff that everyone was fighting for, yeah, they're all gone because that's the joys of branding. Everything
why would you
has
put
to
a
go
water
if it's
pump on top of the
connected to your
table?
brand. Sorry?
No, Mac is saying the water pump wouldn't sit on the table. Why would you put the water pump on the table? The water pump goes on the floor.
You meant the shaker thing on the table?
I want my skin back.
Oh dear.
Does he mean the is he in the hog pan area?
I don't know.
Go look at your water tables or your wave tables.
Maybe he's got a bad wave table. I've had a few of them in the past. Rasha, do you remember at the start of this season, well, last season, I had that bad de-rocker which wouldn't wash the rocks. I had that very bad de-rocker which would not wash the fucking rocks away. It wouldn't wash the rocks.
There was a lot of weird stuff happening to a lot of people. I mean, was it you lost buckets of gold? I remember that.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, I lost a lot of gold that fucking day. Jeez, I had about 8 fucking buckets of gold ready to go through. The truck,
I know.
the truck went bang, and the fucking gold goes. See ya. No. The first site you go to is the hog pans.
I know, like Indie Ninja Gaming, he had one of his Franks go flying into the space. So that was cool.
I've had that as well. You see, your first area is here. Oh, you're doing the fucking tutorial.
Oh.
He's doing the fucking.
Tutorial's not fun.
He's doing the tutorial. That ain't fun.
Yeah, don't do that.
Never do the fucking tutorial.
I tried, and I have never finished the tutorial in this game.
I never fucking done it. That's why I probably went bankrupt a few times.
I ended up going on YouTube, and it's like how to gold rush, basically.
Best way, innit?
Man, I'm gonna be completely honest though. If there is a gold mining simulator 2 in the works in the future, I'll be that dickhead that makes a guide for it.
Oh yeah.
So you can guarantee that will happen.
Well, that's good because we're gonna need it.
Yeah, it'd be like.
now I'm crossing my fingers for it. I want the gold mining simulator 2.
It's like next announcement next year, GMS2, and there's hybrid going. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'll be sitting on the stream just going. Yeah, guess what I'm going to be doing next year, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we making a guide for this game?
Oh yeah.
It's like I'll have hybrid going. Daniel, go live right now. Why? Why?
You went back to Call of Duty. No, I stopped playing Call of Duty a year and a half ago because it was getting to a point where they were focusing too much on celebrity skins over gameplay, and it's just turned into kid fest. It's like Fortnite.
A game which you helped make.
Yeah. I'm one of those people. I can say that I got skin in the game, and I was pissed off all the way.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, look at me, look, it's my face, it ain't right.
I love the direction that game was going in to start with, but then going battle royale just ruined it.
And now so many other games are going that battle royale
Yeah.
direction.
It's
the fad of multiplayer. It's like it was multiplayer, so now every game's got multiplayer. Now it's a battle royale. Everything's got a battle royale.
it's
Guarantee
like
at some point it will
Yeah.
just be fashionable just to play single player games again, and I'll be happy again. I won't have to put up with people.
it's like I left COD when it went to jumpsuits. You know the space race, the space one. What was it?
Are you talking about Starfield?
No, COD. When they done the you could fly in the sky.
Advanced Warfare.
That's the one.
Yeah.
But
I, don't
though,
know, I gotta say, I'm old school. I'm Medal of Honor player right here.
Oh yeah, I've done Medal of Honor.
my
I played all the Medal of Honors. I then got into playing the original Call of Duties, so like 1 and 2, Big Red Machine. The
Yep.
Big Red one, sorry. And then my favourites were the original Modern Warfare series, so the actual Modern Warfare. And then when they were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to remake Modern Warfare," I was like, "Cool, all right, cool." I got behind it. I bought the game. I enjoyed the campaign. A little bit short, but you could tell they were focusing more on the multiplayer aspect, like going into those. And it's just been the same. It was like Call of Duty itself is they focus less on the single player, so they don't care. They want people to play multiplayer because that's where the money is, and that's just how Call of Duty is now, unfortunately. But it's the same with a lot of games. They don't focus so much on the single player aspect, and now games companies are getting more and more like they're getting more people having a go at them, saying we want more of a single player thing. So
you take FIFA.
no, I hate FIFA. I don't like football.
No, but I'm saying though, take FIFA for example. Right?
FIFA's a cash cow.
Yeah, but though, right? You think, right? When the first pro clubs came out, that was FIFA 12.
Yeah.
Right, how many people used to hack their players to 6'8", and the top everything was the max.
Yeah.
Now you think when Ultimate Team came out, Ultimate Team was not on their servers. People used to hack the packs to get Messi, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Because they were the most sought after cards or players. Sorry.
Yeah.
In the FIFA game. But now, because FIFA and EA have now got their own public servers, all your pro club stuff now, you can't hack your player.
No, 'cause it's all online.
Yeah, basically.
This is where all gaming went though. This is why no one really buys physical anymore, because everything's online. Which, in fairness, is the ruiner of gaming. Because when everything goes online, then you lose that control of having it. So the problem with physical nowadays, as a console player, you'll buy a physical disc. That disc is no more than just a keygen. It literally just opens the game up and you download your files from servers. That's all it is now.
Right. And unfortunately, when you buy digital now, you're not even paying for the game. You're paying for the rights to play the game as long as it's available.
Yeah.
Because isn't
I
it
find it
Ubisoft?
annoying.
Like Ubisoft is taking away games that you paid for. They're like, yeah, we're no longer gonna have a server for it, so you no longer own the game. It's just
It's
gone.
like,
Yeah.
it's like I want to play the old Xbox or the old PS3 version of Sid Meier's first Civ Rev game.
Yeah. So this is there are people out there now because of everything going digital, and you're like, okay, so I can't get this because it doesn't exist anymore. This is why a lot of piracy is happening again, because people want that little bit of like physical copy, even if it's just to like preserve gaming, because if not, then it all just disappears. So people are now on like Raspberry Pis just building up mass collections of games because at some point you're not going to be able to get them.
It's like when they remade NFS Most Wanted.
Yep.
It wasn't as
remaking
good.
it.
It wasn't as good as the original one.
No, Underground. I still say Underground 2 is king.
NFS Most
I mean,
Wanted,
certain-
the first one they brought out, when that prick ruins your fucking car.
Is this the one with the blue BMW on the front?
It is, yes.
Yeah, they're remaking it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I'd rather have the
I don't.
I'd rather have the original Most Wanted.
The one word that I don't like on a game is the R word, remake.
Yeah,
Now, remaster, I'm fine with that.
yeah.
It's like
A remake is just terrible.
it's like
Change the story. It's bad.
it's like when they remade what was it, Burnout Paradise. Now that's a game I used to fucking love playing, was Burnout. Burnout
Yeah,
3.
it was fun.
Burnout 3 was the best one though.
I Burnout 3 I was playing on the Xbox 3. I was playing on the 360 for years. One game that I enjoyed playing, but that's just because I played it like a douchebag, was Juiced. If you ever played Juiced or Juiced 2.
No,
So
I did play
these
Grid
were-
though.
These were basically pure on street racing games that you could but in Juiced 2 it was online as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
they introduced online pink slipping, so
Oh.
you were able to race other people's cars, right? So I practiced my arse off on this one drifting track, and this one drifting track was a pink slip race. So every single time someone came onto it, in order for you to progress the game, you had to basically do this map. So I got really good at this one map, and I just sat there for days and days and days, beating people constantly, taking all of their cars. And I made so much like in-game money that I was able to buy all the cars going all through the other tiers. And I was like, I don't have to do this game anymore. I'm minted. And then I was literally getting messages on a daily basis. Oh, dude, can I have my car back? I was like, no, I've already sold it. Well, sorry. I was a complete douchebag on that game.
It's like it's like on Grand GT3. Everybody used to go mad for that very fast sports car. What was it? It was the Ferrari. No, what was the fucking? Right, it was the Ferrari something. It was the fastest car on the game.
Yeah.
It was the Ferrari something. I can't think of the fucking name of it now. And people used to use the old Game Shark
Right.
for the endurance races. You'd only have to do one lap, and you'd win the race.
I was like, right, do I make an online cash? Win the car, sell the car, make money.
The highlight of me playing that, I got about 8 Formula fucking 1 cars. Fucking sold them. But then they had to bring out GT Coffee Break. What a mistake that
Right.
was.
On that note, gentlemen, I am going to be heading off.
Yep, so am I, because I've been called and I've got to go upstairs and get a drink anyway.
Oh,
So I'm
Right,
gonna,
well, it's been nice to chat again. Hopefully, maybe in a couple of days' time, we'll hear some news about how consoles are going and if they actually do get updated. But yeah, I'll be kicking around in the Discord, so if you ever need anything, I'm normally about.
sounds
yeah.
good. Talking with you again there, hybrid.
Yeah, it's almost becoming a podcast. Strange.
Lovely, innit?
I was gonna say that.
Anyways, have a good evening, guys, and I'll catch you later.
See you later, buddy.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I just love his attitude towards the devs, man. You know.
Well, I mean, that positivity is contagious. That's what you want.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like, yay! Like, anybody actually been talking on fucking YouTube? No, of course not. Yep, hybrid still does his shout out. He always gets a shout out. Does old hybrid. Well, another 2
I
hour.
figured I'd toss both those in there.
Might as well. You see, the only thing that's worrying me is this freaking alert thing. I haven't got it quite set up right because it's not showing all the chat properly because it's missing you out as well. Oh well, I have to
It just doesn't like me.
no, I have to sort it out later on. Probably tomorrow I'll sort it out. It's just not working properly at the minute.
Well, this was your first dual stream run, so there's going to be bugs.
No, there's a thing out there called Shadow something Ninja, and that gives me the chance to get YouTube chat as well into OBS. But though it's not quite, it ain't quite working for me. So I've got to figure out how to get it running properly. So that I can have Twitch chat. What happened?
Uh-oh. Gotta tie it up quick.
No, that's fine. Palmer's. Oh my word. Man United lost against Chelsea, really? Wow, they lost 4-3 against fucking Chelsea. Nah.
Who got hurt?
Manure, as I call him. Wow, Man United got beat 4-3. No way. Jesus. Ouch. What about Liverpool? Maybe. Oh, 3-1 against Sheffield United. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, I saw it, mate. I saw that already. Yeah. Was that 2 penalties or just 1 penalty? Oh, but I was a highlight later on. So, do you think this roadmap is good, or do you not think it's good?
I think it's a good one. I mean, it's a start. It's something we haven't had, and basically a roadmap is just a plan, and plans do change from time to time, so we just have to keep that in mind as well.
Yeah. True.
You know, as long as we don't get too wrapped up in thinking this is the concrete, like it's going to happen no matter what at this exact time, you know, I think we'll be okay. And it's a way for them to communicate their ideas to the community. You know, because as soon as they put it out, we're talking about it in a podcast type form, and then other people are sharing it with their friends, and it's getting out there and building hype for the game.
Yeah, it is. You see, that's why I like having hybrid in, because he'll just talk the fucking truth, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that goes to say that we're also speaking the truth. We're not going to sugarcoat things as well.
Oh no, no chance, mate. You see, it's like I've said. I'm going to be behind this dev team all the way. I don't care what people fucking say. Oh no, why are you backing the fucking devs for? Because I want to, and because I like the game.
Right. You know,
There's
I'll give you a chance until you give me a reason not to like you or not to believe you. You know.
exactly, but people don't want to give this new dev team a fucking chance. They're just fucking idiots. They were going, nope, nope. I'm not going to give this new dev team a chance. Why?
No. Like I said earlier, I mean, the most vocal people are going to be the negative ones, and the people that are happy don't say much. And the people
Well,
that are happy, the people that are positive, need to speak up more so that way we can drown out that negativity and keep that morale of the new dev team going. You know, I know we actually appreciate what they're doing.
let's have a quick look in the old Discord. Let's see what's been going on since we finished. Okay, someone's getting 8 frames per second. Oh well. Game engine at fault. Yeah, that is the game engine. So they switch from controls, mouse, and keyboard. You don't need to. Not a secret. Already confirmed. They've already confirmed Gunman Simulator 2. They left an Easter egg in the rebrand announcement.
Yeah, the announcement. They said if you look for the bold letters, it actually spells out GMS2.
So they are going to bring one out then in this one, isn't it?
It's a plan, I'm sure. You know, I don't know that there's an official announcement yet. That's the closest to the official announcement that we've got, but I think they definitely were planning on it.
Yeah, but though I still think the way that Hybrid is saying about multiplayer, if they made it co-op, that would be a bit better than multiplayer. I think co-op would be better.
Doing a co-op, something like that. I know, like I brought up Ships at Sea earlier in the stream. They're coming out with like a 4-player multiplayer for theirs, and at first when they release it, it's only going to be everybody gets to control their own little ship, and then later, as they see how it works, figures it out because this is their first game with multiplayer, they'll expand it to where you could do a company and have your friends work on the same boat as you.
Oh, that sounds cool actually.
So, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And that's May 9th is when that game drops. So right at the end of leaderboards. So it's something to do in the dead space.
Yeah, with 3 days after my birthday, that drops.
There you go.
No. I've already asked my sister for out of war, so.
And that's more on brand with your channel, you know. And since you have done your official rebrand of the YouTube channel,
Even though Jason is after your fucking guts for that.
well, he ducked out before he said anything different. He had an opportunity.
Well, Jason goes, if I ever see him, I'm going to fucking murder him. I said, well, you give me a name to use, and he still hasn't come up with one yet.
He's so upset he went straight to Thor, and he's working on the next Thor video all about me.
Probably, knowing him. It's like, since I've done that, since I've changed to what I'll be doing now, I've got another subscriber. I've gone up to 60 subs.
There you go. Way to go.
And I'm also getting more views on my playlist as well.
That's good.
I've got
I
me a
mean, as
gold.
long as
I've got me a Gold Rush / Gold Mining Simulator. By
how you
the
doing, Neutral Face?
Hey Face, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it looks like there's. I'm just trying to have a look now. It's where the writing is. Yeah, hang on, what's that? Yeah, yeah, that's all there. That's the same. It's looking what else has changed. We know what's changed.
The old man's kind of just driving around checking out the things.
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't a cat. It was the plants. I'm sure one of the devs said that they want to bring pets in into the game.
I mean,
So
we have cows and elk already, right?
like Parker with his dog Dozer, something like that.
Ah,
Yeah, late night one. I've been live for the past 2.5 hours. well, no, I was watching Hybrids. The first 4 minutes of his video, and I thought, fuck it, let's go live and talk about the fucking roadmap.
yeah, that was awesome of Hybrid to come in and do that. You know, really appreciate him taking the time to hang out with us.
He did say he'd do it any time, so probably with the next update, which is which will be the new DLC update, which will be later. When did they say that the here we go. Let me get it again. So it will be the second DLC, which will be the mini mining machine. So the first half of the year. So that'll be June. So
Well, I mean, we were looking at it, and it's possible it might come out before the leaderboard or when the leaderboard drops. It just won't be in the leaderboard.
No. Yeah, so I'll probably do something again like this. You see, I don't mind doing this, talking about this, because it gives me something to do. It gives you something to do, and it gives Hybrid a chance to come in and have a rant as well. You know, but it's the way that I just like it. They wanted to add dredges as DLC, but it would never happen. We won't be.
I don't know what direction they're going to go with that. I mean, watching a lot of old splits, like old content, he talks about dredges quite a bit. But I think that was more of like he was developing a game in which you use a dredge. So maybe it never was something that was implemented or going to be implemented into Gold Rush or Gold Mining Simulator.
I can't see it happening myself. I can't see him bringing in dredges. What's the point? If they make Gold Mining Simulator 2, then yeah. Do it then.
Right.
But not in this first one. But not in this one though. Wouldn't be worth it.
No.
And fucking Pro Gamer came in with his fucking idea of fucking hog pans.
He just wants to see us suffer.
What's he on? What the fuck's he on? And fucking Serena agreeing with him as well. What's she on?
Oh, she was gonna do it.
Let her fucking do it then, didn't it? Fuck. Come on, guys. Do you really want to make leaderboards harder for yourself?
I'm going back. I'm looking at that roadmap again. I'm looking at DLC 3. And it just says we continue our journey with another major addition, bringing new challenges and new adventures.
Ah, that could be a dredge.
So a major addition, a major addition could be another claim.
A dredge?
And then new adventures and challenges. Yeah, that's possible. And I mean, we're thinking big dredge, but they could be small dredges,
Yeah.
Like around here, we have river dredges, and basically you just get on your wetsuit and you take your hose down and you vacuum out the bottom of the river,
Yeah. You see, I think that's the way that these devs want to try and go now. I think maybe Pro, maybe a new map. You never know. Oh, I'm just going to make my bed a minute, guys.
A whole new rework of it, like
a whole new rework.
Alaska.
I can't see them making a whole new rework just to bring out a new map. I can't see him going that bloody far.
Well, like maybe an expansion to the map,
All depends what map though, isn't it? Really, all depends on what map you're talking about.
Well, I just mean like if they keep the original map they have now, and then you drive to where the road ends, right? Road closed. What if they just continue that road and it expands on the map to another claim or another couple claims?
Oh, like what Hybrid said earlier.
Yeah, kind of something like that. Because they have a couple of like roads closed. One of the paved roads is closed that you were traveling on. You can go next to it and you can go back in there and get one of the gold bars for the season, but you can continue that road or even the closed road that's dirt that ends over there kind of by Pine Valley. But
yeah,
like Interface said, even that, why would they change the look of the water, make flowing water if they're not going to do anything with water.
True. Because the water never did move.
Right.
So, like we've been saying, why would they do that? Yeah.
And this is all speculation, so I mean, we could say that there's going to be aliens for all we know. I mean, none of this is exactly true. It's just what we think might happen.
Well, but I have to wait until the end of the year.
Yeah, later this year.
You see, but I'm hoping though that they don't go back on their word. That's what I'm hoping for.
You know, yeah, I think we all are hoping that, but at the same time, we got to remain positive. You know, they haven't done anything wrong yet, so be optimistic.
Yeah, true.
I think a lot of it's going to depend on the success of the mini mining machines DLC that comes out when it comes out, how well it sells, you know, the hype for the game.
Yeah.
And I think that'll depend on when they bring out that next DLC and what's all included with it.
Well, what they're saying is the first half of the year. So that's going to be in June sometime, isn't it? Because that's basically the first half of the year, isn't it? It's June.
That would have to be, yeah, the first half of the year, and then there's the fiscal year, which would push it back to like August. But
like we said,
it just
though,
depends on what they're thinking.
Well, we don't know what they're thinking. This new dev team. So if we get a new, there's six days until leaderboard 32. So basically, they've got 6 days. If they're going to release something before then, it will be in 5 days' time, the 9th or the 10th, a day before leaderboard starts.
I could still see it being on the day that the leaderboard starts. Just an update, which is going to update what the seasons are going to be like, or whatever it might be, and then also the update being here's the DLC. However, they're going to have the DLC equipment blocked out of the leaderboards. So if you're doing leaderboards, you won't be able to play with any of the new machines. You could buy the DLC and then play like normal mode, dollar mode, and mess around with the machines that way. And then that way they can get some of the balancing done over leaderboard season, the off time, and then they could implement it in that next season, which would be June.
Yeah, because one of the devs was going on about how they're going to try and balance non-DLC and DLC now as well.
Right.
Which would be pretty good, because I'll be doing non DLC from now on anyway. So
DLC is a lot of fun.
So if we get something new for non DLC, then yeah, it will be okay. But I don't know, we just can't. We can't compete with DLC because we're still using 3.5 tier.
Right.
And that's because we get the rocker free, where you get the where you get all the other best equipment. We only get the D-Rocker. So if we want to get the top gold, all the gold from Nighthawk, we're going to have to come over to fucking DLC to use the creeks, to use the gravel pumps, to use the Frankensteins, because we can't get them on non DLC unless they're going to change it all over and make it all open for you to use it in leaderboards in the coming months. But then
I don't know that they would do that.
But then that wouldn't be balancing. You wouldn't call that balancing the game out, would you?
No, not necessarily.
You see, people are asking now for balance as well on the machinery. You see, what we could do with, it's like I've told them. We want a bigger excavator so that we can get more percentage. So like the front end loader does 12%. We all know that.
Yes.
Where the big excavator does 6. So if they could balance out the big excavator to like 8% or even 10%, so that we're basically on par with the front end loader.
I mean, if they did a bigger bucket, I would think they would need a bigger excavator at that point.
You see, everybody's going on about how we've got the 400. Everybody's saying we should have the 700 excavator.
Well, if we did something like that, then yeah, we could do a bigger bucket size.
But though, what hybrid was saying about the funding, I think Volvo would be good because people have made Volvo skins for the excavators.
Right. They could go after Volvo, Caterpillar. I mean,
JCB.
A couple other JCB Case. I mean, you can go all over with that. But yeah, a lot of the big mining company type stuff, Volvo would definitely be one up there because they have the trucks and the excavators and things like that.
You see, that's the only way they're going to bring in funding. There's no other way that they're going to do it.
I mean, DLC, that's about it. I mean, the packs, like what he was talking about earlier with those, yeah, that would be a way to bring it in.
Yeah,
DLCs,
but though,
more machines.
Yeah, but like Hybrid was saying though, at £5 a time, it ain't going to be a lot, is it really?
I mean, it just depends on how much gets sold, because like you said, £5, and then multiplying that over, 250,000 sales or whatever, that would fund them for the next thing, at least a down payment.
Yeah, it's just finding the right company that will say, yep, come on down, take your photographs, and we want 25% of what you bring in.
Right. Because if they did something like that, even £4 and you sell 250,000 units, that's £1 million right there, right?
Yeah. So Coda Horizon would get 750,000 of that. Volvo would get 250,000 of that.
Right.
And then let's say they got MSI in, which is a big computer company. What would they do for the game? MSI. What would they do for the game?
I think MSI also makes mining equipment, is what my understanding is.
Oh yes, they do. They make Big Red, didn't they?
Yeah.
If I think correctly,
that's the deal.
MSI made. Hang on. Let's have a look. MSI. Yes, they do make mining equipment, and they're based in Brighton, in Colorado, USA.
Yeah. So that would be a different kind, because I mean it's not going to be that, but it's like Hybrid was saying. You know, it's kind of like a build your own wash plant idea using MSI parts.
Yeah, it's like here right now. I've got a photograph of what looks like Big Red. Hang on, look. Yeah, look. Show you. Look. Hang on. Let me put this in the. I can't put it in the actual thing, but I can put it in here though. Something like that. Look.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what Hybrid was talking about. Is, you know, you get to pick your trommel, pick your hopper, pick you know, your shaker, and then kind of piece it together. Maybe you only have enough money to buy the best trommel, and then you're going to have, you know, the lesser pieces, but you can upgrade them later.
Because I think that is Big Red, isn't it? Is that Big Red or is that Little Red? I've got another photograph here. I think it's of MSI. No, I don't want that photograph. I don't want to see where they are. Yeah, gold Tontomo wash plants. Yeah. Yeah. So you're looking basically like. Oh, that's called the photograph I'll just put on there now is called the TX5 Portable Gold Trommel Wash.
Okay, so this would be like your mini wash plant, portable. You know, drag it out on the claim, park it where you want.
Yeah.
You know, almost like the tier 2. This would be like 2.5. You know, tier 2.5.
Yeah, and then you've got the tier 3 one, which is. Let me copy this image a minute, and I'll send it, and I'll put it in the Discord again. So that's the S5 wash plant.
Okay.
So this is the S5 has full 4-point power driven system, diesel or electric, which eliminates a chain drive.
So you said the first one was a mini wash plant?
No, this is the mini one, I think. It looks like it from here, because the
Okay.
right. If I send you the link, you can have a look, then, can't you?
You said it was a portable wash plant. That's what you said.
Hang on. Well, here we go. Look here. Right. Let me send you the link. Let me put the link in the actual Discord, so you can, in the actual chat you can have a look. Then there you go.
Because, like, if that is a portable one, my thinking is that might be the basis for the mini wash plant, you know, that they're getting ready to drop.
Could be. Never know. MSI, if they've already asked them.
Right. They might have already asked, or it's just, you know, a off-brand
Monitor
idea
again.
of it.
Monitor again, wouldn't it?
Something like that, yeah. But that could be what they base the mini wash plant on.
Never know. Could be.
Which they would have that and the mini excavator parked in the back of the equipment shop.
Yeah, because wouldn't you have to be close to the pay dirt to do that, though, wouldn't you?
You'd have to be able to pull it around somehow, so I'm assuming you're probably going to have to hook up cables to it and drag it.
Or use the or you get a separate conveyor belt, like it like it shows
Right.
in the picture there. It's got a separate conveyor belt which runs it all down.
Well, if you're on that website still, the portable gold trommel MSI T8,
Hang on a minute.
that one's on a
Oh yeah, MSI T8. Yeah.
that one's on truck tires, so that could be portable.
That one looks like a fucking Frankenstein to me.
Kind of, yeah, kind of like that. But I mean, the fact that it's on wheels, you're able to hook up to something and pull it around.
What about the MSI 7, S7 or the S8? Oh no, that ain't portable. What about the T5? The one right down the bottom there.
Yeah, that would work also. That would be another one that, like a mini wash plant. Got like the shaker at the top. You've got your trommel, and then the offshoot there. You could throw some mats in that. You know.
Well, but Pro, if you click that link, we're thinking about what mini wash plant that they could be adding. And we're thinking it's going to be MSI, but though the off-brand, so it will be Monitor, wouldn't it? What it is at the minute for the excavators.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking.
And the closest to stockpiling like pay dirt is having it in the buckets and just keeping them stored on a different claim or something.
You see, because you'd have to be near the pay dirt to put it straight into the hopper. You'd have to be near a lake for the water, unless you've got 150 grand already to get the water tower.
Right. Some kind of pump.
You see, it's like Hybrid said. I would hate to be a fucking dev on this game. I would fucking hate it right now to be a fucking dev. But that's what you get yourself into when you apply for a job like this, working on a game where the community is so fucking toxic at the minute.
I think if they drop these DLCs, they're actually decent DLCs, you know. I think that they're going to win a large part of the community back.
Right, 15 new. Some of them still have the old Gold Rush music. Copy the old folder just in case you don't want to lose it all. If the music is licensed by Discovery, yep, that's going to be copyrighted. Using a BGM in streams is not considered private use, that's background music. Okay, so they're basically just asking about music now. And then consoles. Because Microsoft hasn't released it yet. Yes, they have yet to release the patch from what the devs have posted. Oh, okay. So you are waiting for a patch on the Xbox version, Rasha.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any kind of update yet, so.
Yeah. It's because you're waiting for a patch.
Yeah.
So they're saying on the Discord. Right, bud, I will let you go because I've got to do some practicing tomorrow off stream.
That sounds good. Thank you for having me on.
So we're gonna say what, Old Arnold, for the new claim.
I'm thinking Old Arnold's going to be the one for the leaderboard.
Yeah, it could be. We'll find out.
I mean,
All
are
right,
you still
guys.
betting on Nighthawk?
I don't know. All depends on what the devs are doing, because the devs have been following the Gold Rush level so far, which has been Rivertown, Pine Valley, Nighthawk. Rivertown, Pine Valley, Nighthawk. Rivertown, Pine Valley, Nighthawk. So they could throw that thing spanner in the works and go, right, fuck you lot. We're gonna do Old Arnold.
Yeah.
Alright guys, let's just give a big thanks to Hybrid and to Russia guys for coming in, guys. As always, guys, we're gonna back this dev team. We ain't gonna talk shit about them, because they're finally doing what this old dev team never fucking done. They actually want to take this game to better places and bring out better DLCs like the old team never did. So guys, if you want to watch me from next week, do streaming of Gold Mining Simulator for the whole month, then yeah, it should be fun. Don't forget guys, Russia does stream, I think. Didn't you, Russia?
Yeah.
If you want to,
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do now, but yeah.
if you want to give us a shout out, mate, you can do.
Well, I wasn't ready for that. I was shouting everybody else out.
No, go ahead, mate. Give us a shout out. Why not?
Yeah, let me get that link real quick.
And then everything gold mining related now will be on my new channel on YouTube. Thanks to fucking Russia.
Yeah, I did a thing.
So yes, guys, I'll just be doing mining content on that channel now, guys. So it'll be like out of ore, hydroneer. I've got to learn hydroneer and out of ore anyway, so that'll be something new to learn off season. There you go, guys.
I just copied the link and pasted it, but that's to me.
Why have you put a hybrid still?
Well, like I said, I just copied what I had posted for him before, and I just didn't change it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
a terrible mod.
Fair enough then. Alright guys, thanks for staying around for the past nearly 3 hours, guys. Listening to some old people talking about a game that's now going places.
Much appreciated to the chat. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, if you are new, please go over to the YouTube channel as well, guys. Everything mining related now will be going over there. Please give that a subscribe as well, guys. It is free to do so over on YouTube. It is free to subscribe over on there right now on YouTube. If you follow me on here, guys, I really do appreciate it, guys. Hopefully I will probably do a mining report when leaderboard starts. I'll just go live for about an hour and just say how my campaign's going. I'll probably bring in Russia and probably Face, ask them how their campaigns are going, just for an hour or so, just to get my channels going again. But if you are new, guys, please do follow me on Twitter, on YouTube and on Twitch, guys. I do appreciate it, guys. I ain't doing the fucking front loader. Fuck off. it's worse than me fucking bulldozing. I said I would never fucking do it. But I'm fucking but I'm fucking doing it now, aren't I? I'm fucking doing it now, yeah. So the fucking catching fucking bear, bastards they are. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it there, guys, and I will see you all later. All right,
Bye,
guys.
chat.
Later, guys.